Dominic. Dominic, do you need Annalie's shirt back? It's yours.
I will dig deep.
I will crush this game.
Athletes know nutrition drives performance.
I will not slow down.
Superior Lab supplements help you power up and recover faster.
I will never surrender.
Superior Labs is a proud sponsor of USA Pickleball.
The Pro XR Pickleball paddle answers the age-old question of how to get paddle speed and control with the same paddle and one grip, and this is it. Pro XR gives you more spin, greater control, and quicker reloads on every shot in the game, because you always have that constant feel for that leverage and control and paddle speed that we're all looking for. Pro XR is the most revolutionary technology in pickleball.
Until you strike just right, until the ball sings, until the other guy blinks, until the court's clear and the sun sets, until you see it in your sleep and wake up swinging. Go again. Till you can't miss, until you can't lose. Go again and again.
Hey, I'm Ben Johns, and I'm here to tell you why the pros prefer the Franklin X40 Pickleball. I really like the durability. It's pretty rare that I crack one of these. I really like the balance in the ball. I really love this ball because of the color. The visibility at any time during the day is always extremely easy to see. So I think it's not just for the players, it's also a great spectator ball.
Slightly favored backhand. But hand-eye coordination.
Match point. It's all up to me. Nothing can get in my way. And when they ask, what are you gonna do next? I'll say, I'm going.
We're going to Margaritaville!
You can go to Margaritaville too. Visit MargaritavilleResorts.com.
All right, I am back here on Championship Court with Natalie Bagby, Chris Anderson, after their victory over Jen LaCour and Alex Hamner. Puts you ladies in the bronze medal match. It's a rematch of the second round. Second round, right? You ladies come all the way back. Second round matchup. First and foremost, against Jen and Alex, what's a game plan going in against them? Again, Chris, you've been playing them for years, obviously. What's a game plan going in against them, considering you know them very well?
Well, they're always so tough. Like you said, I've played them for years, and they're tough players, and we knew we had to come out here and play our best. And we did. We came out and played strong, and it worked.
And Natalie, I had the young Annalie Waters in the booth with me watching that match. She was so impressed with both of you ladies. All she kept saying was how clean you guys played that match. Very little unforced errors. Was that kind of a goal going in against Alex and Jen?
Yeah. I think for my part, my goal was to play more on Alex. I played there a couple times, and I noticed that was her goal, to play mostly on Alex. So she had more trouble to handle the power and the soft game at the same time. So that was our goal. Yeah.
All right, and now a rematch of the second round. What's going to make the difference here in this bronze medal match coming up? Because they took you out in the second round earlier. You have to fight your way back. That's the best part of this double elimination, though, is you get to face them again. What's the game plan now going against them again?
Well, it's our first time playing together. We're having a blast. Super, super fun. But, we had to buy the first round. They had a warm-up match. And so, now we've been warm. We're playing all day. So we're going to try to bring our best.
Well, always. Well, congratulations, ladies. Bronze medal match coming up shortly. Congratulations for getting there. We love having you out here.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we have men's senior pro singles, Fliegelman, Olin, coming up next for bronze.
Wow, it's so smooth.
I love the little kick you get when you're going up any little hill.
Wow, that was so much fun. It was fun, it was fast, it was easy to change gears.
I would do this over a fat tire bike all day long.
Nice ride. This thing has some torque, has some juice.
It felt a little bit like what I imagine wearing a jetpack feel like.
Stay, play, and dine in Margaritaville. Escape while enjoying Margaritaville's signature casual luxury, fun, and laid-back hospitality. Visit MargaritavilleResorts.com.
Slightly favored backhand. But hand-eye coordination.
Hey, I'm Ben Johns, and I'm here to tell you why the pros prefer the Franklin X40 Pickleball. I really like the durability. It's pretty rare that I crack one of these. I really like the balance in the ball. I really love this ball because of the color. The visibility at any time during the day is always extremely easy to see. So I think it's not just for the players, it's also a great spectator ball.
Go again, until you strike just right, until the ball sings, until the other guy blinks, until the court's clear, and and the sun sets until you see it in your sleep and wake up swinging. Go again. Till you can't miss. Until you can't lose. Go again. And again.
Welcome back to the Margaritaville USA Pickleball National Championships. I am Dominic Catalano. John Sperling is on his way back to join me for the rest of the evening as we jump into some medal matches. First and foremost, men's senior singles. Paul Olin taking on Scott Fliegelman for bronze, as Olin lost to Matthias Johansson 11-3, 12-10 in the winner's bracket final. Matthias Johansson sitting in the gold medal match. Paul Olin trying to get back and get that rematch with Matthias Johansson. Fliegelman trying to bounce back and avenge a loss in the semifinal against Matthias Johansson. So we'll see which one of these guys gets their second chance and second shot at Matthias Johansson. We appreciate you guys being here with us here at the Margaritaville USA Pickleball National Championships presented by Pickleball Central. We will be here for the next 6 days, bringing you all the action here from Nationals on Championship Court at the Indian Wells Tennis Garden as the players finish up their warm-ups. This will be a 2 out of 3 2-11 for these gentlemen. They have not faced off against each other yet today. Both of these players did play, like I said, Matthias Johansson earlier in the day. And we'll see who can avenge their earlier loss to Matthias. Olin taking care of Murray Garrett in the second round, 11-6, 11-4. And then Mircea Murariu, 11-3, 11-4 in the semifinal before dropping to Matthias Johansson in the winner's bracket final. Scott Fliegelman taking care of David Spearman in the second round, 4-1, and then losing to Matthias Johansson, 2-6. Which meant Fliegelman had some work to do on the bottom half as he took out Scott Moore 15-5 and David Spearman 15-6. Two very good players he beat on his way to this bronze medal match. As players finish their warm-up and our referee is on court ready to go. Players will grab a drink. Quick wardrobe change. And we are almost all set to go here on Championship Court. Looks like Fliegelman will have the serve to start. We're about to get this men's senior singles pro bronze medal match underway.
For men's senior singles, on my left we have Scott Fliegelman, on my right, Paul Olin. Game number 1, time in, 0-0.
On Olin, continuing from what we saw earlier, carving that backhand. Sets up beautifully for a very quick side out.
0-0.
Great job there from Paul Olin, doubling up on the backhand side of Fliegelman, creating an opening on the forehand. And Olin on the board first.
1-0. Point.
Just wide. Olin had a bit of an opening. Fliegelman was closing that off. Olin off the top of the tape.
0-2.
A little miss hit off the paddle of Paul Olin benefits him actually, as if he actually hit that, it seemed like Fliegelman would have ran that down, but because of the miss hit, he is unable to, and a side out to Paul Olin.
2-0.
Just out of the reach of Scott Fliegelman. Great shot there from Paul Olin. Clean winner. Olin trying to go back cross court on the forehand again, but catches the tape and ball sails out. Side out to Fliegelman.
0-3.
Nice job by Olin cutting off that angle. Nice there from Paul Olin, going cross-court backhand as he did earlier so well against Macgregor. Just shaping that ball with the backhand.
4-0.
Again, just carving that crosscourt to the Fliegelman backhand, and Olin just doing exactly what he did earlier against Macgregor, and Scott Fliegelman going to call a timeout, down 5-0 here in game number one.
Medal match for the men's single seniors, Margaritaville USA Pickleball National
Paul Olin
Championship.
trying to stay in control here as he has a 5-point lead in game number one, trying to punch his ticket to that gold medal match against Matthias Johansson coming up later. But here on championship court, we got our bronze senior pro men's singles match before we get anywhere. Tomorrow, everything kind of gets flipped around as the ladies senior singles draw takes place, and it is the men's senior doubles draw happening. We'll have that for you starting at 10 a.m. local time, which would be 1 p.m. Eastern time. Here from the Margaritaville USA Pickleball National Championships presented by Pickleball Central. Paul Olin to serve up 5-0.
5-0.
Trying to stay in control here of this bronze medal match. And he continues to pepper that backhand side of Scott Fliegelman. Fliegelman, no answer for it as of right now. We'll see if he can change something up. Margaritaville had the same issue against Olin earlier. Just misses that, does Olin, as he runs that down. But that's a much better return there from Fliegelman as he pushed Olin nice and deep. Oh, good read by Paul Olin, as he is not fooled by the deception of Fliegelman as he tried to go flat down that line. And a quick side out to Paul Olin.
6-0.
And that's going to be a recipe to try right there, is trying to get away from the backhand of Paul Olin, because that backhand has been lethal all day today. I almost want to try and change it up and go to Paul Olin's forehand.
0-6.
When Fliegelman trying to go around the post there, but clips the edge of the post and ends up just a little wide. Wide from Fliegelman. And Olin continues to stay in control here, up 6-0. Fliegelman checking the ball. Maybe that's an issue. Not.
7-0.
Just when you think you got Paul Olin figured out and you're going to go to the backhand continuously, he just flips one to your forehand and remains in control. Up 8-0, game number 1. And just wide, and Fliegelman continues to struggle against Olin, trying to figure out what the answer is. But right now, it is all Paul Olin in this bronze medal match. Now, I don't mind that. He's trying to change it up, go to the forehand. But unfortunately, off the top of the tape, and Olin 1 point away from taking game number 1. And an inside-out forehand there from Paul Olin, and that'll do it for game number 1 as Olin jumps all over Fliegelman in game number 1, 11-0 here at Margaritaville USA Pickleball National Championships presented by Pickleball Central. We're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, game number 2 of this Senior Pro Men's Singles bronze medal match. Don't go anywhere.
The Pro XR Pickleball Paddle answers the age-old question of how to get paddle speed and control with the same paddle and one grip, and this is it. Pro XR gives you more spin, greater control, and quicker reloads on every shot in the game, because you always have that constant feel for that leverage and control and paddle speed that we're all looking for. Pro XR is the most revolutionary technology in pickleball.
Stay, play, and dine in Margaritaville. Escape while enjoying Margaritaville's signature casual luxury, fun, and laid-back hospitality. Visit MargaritavilleResorts.com.
Slightly favored backhand. With hand-eye coordination.
Welcome back to Championship Court here at the Margaritaville USA Pickleball National Championships presented by Pickleball Central. John Sperling back next to me in the booth for the remainder of the evening. John's big time. He just comes back for medal matches.
That's right, that's right.
Oh. Yeah, John only comes for, he's big time. He's a little early, and then he comes back for the medal matches.
That's right. I want to do the important stuff.
But, John, you came in about, you were at, it was like 8-0 when you stepped in, and I looked at you in the timeout, and I said, it's more of Paul Olin doing Paul Olin things and dropping that backhand and just carving it. Doing such a good job.
He is remarkable at what he does. You know, some people play within their. Whoa.
Just misses the around the post there. The fact that he got to that ball and almost wraps this around, just missed.
I love the fact that Scott Fliegelman thought it was so good that he didn't even try for it, and Paul barely missed that ball.
Oh,
good
Paul
volley.
Put some like backspin on that right there.
Yeah, that was an angry slap volley right there. He was still mad at the last point.
Well, Fliegelman has quadrupled his score from the last game.
You know, and Scott's been playing unbelievable singles.
Oh, there it is again. I mean, just the what do you do? Because here's the thing, Fliegelman tried to cover that then a couple times, and what did Paul do? He noticed it, and he just went flat down the line.
We talked about it earlier. You have got to change that and go down the line once in a while.
See, and Paul's there. He has that shot right there, and that's going to be a winner if he doesn't. Like we heard him from here. He goes, "You're late."
Right.
He didn't get it out in front of him enough, but Fliegelman's got to go to the forehand. You got to try something different.
At least open up the court a little bit, then expose the backhand. But you can't keep going backhand, 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 and just keep getting punched in the mouth every time you do.
Now, John, you had said you saw some of the Olin Johansson match. What did you see that Johansson did to slow Olin down?
Well, much like we saw earlier with Matthias, he ripped forehands, and it was big. He was exposing shots, and I guess when we talked about it when Paul played Mircea earlier in the day, if Mircea could have been a little bit more forceful with that forehand, it would have done a little bit more, and that's what Matthias did differently.
Yeah.
Right? He's got a much bigger weapon with that forehand. With that shot, sets up so many more opportunities for him.
One, two.
Oh, he was there, though.
Right.
He was there.
It's a much better constructed point there for Fliegelman.
Yeah, he was patient. He waited it out, hit a great two-handed backhand down the line, made Paul open up that court, gave himself a chance, and just missed it. But I like what you said. He constructed what he's looking for.
Not bad. I mean, I'd just like to see him get that a little more of an angle, get Paul moving a little bit more on the forehand. Don't let him set up for it.
Correct.
And Paul did switch paddles from this past weekend. He was using that new Gamma paddle this past weekend, and he went back to the Old Faithful.
He's been, look at that.
Just dropping that in. Beautiful shot from Paul. And watch him just, again, John, shape this.
He's dropping dimes over there, man.
He's dotting that line beautifully.
4-1.
Oh, it's a lucky break. The problem is Scott's ball is just a little short right now, and it gives Paul way too much of an opportunity to do things with it. If Paul can create, or if he can dictate where the ball goes and how hard it's hit, he's tough to beat. It's a great shot.
Nice ball there from Fliegelman as he goes backhand cross court and then follows it with a forehand winner here. Nicely done.
It's a great ball because in most circumstances, Paul thinks that ball is probably going back down the line.
Just misses it, trying to give Olin a taste of his own medicine right there.
He tried to Paulie.
Yeah, he tried to Paulie it. It's a new term for that cross-court backhand.
Yes. Or in the case of Murray Garrett.
Yeah, did that a bunch against Moore, but not enough. And now he's hitting it with the forehand too, and there's just nothing you can do to stop that right now.
I mean, it's almost like you have to not play the right side and heavy cover the backhand side.
And so Fliegelman lets it go. He doesn't even look back because he knew it was out. He looked at Olin and goes, was that out? Olin's like, oh, no, that was way in. It's like, I'm just kidding.
What's great about our sport, these guys are competitors but also really good friends.
I like Fliegelman changed that up. Instead of trying to drive that cross court and drop it, he literally dropped it. He dropped it into the kitchen.
The problem is he dropped it to Paulie's backhand.
Yeah.
If we haven't learned anything from today, it's
stay away from that.
That's a weapon, right?
Just misses that.
You got to give Paul a lot of credit, right? He has come in with a game plan and he has stuck to it match after match, win or lose. So I didn't see the total match with Matthias, but he has stuck with his game plan. And he's playing in the bronze medal match, so good for him. Oh!
No way! Oh,
nice.
Just misses it.
What a get!
Great work from Fliegelman.
Scott Fliegelman with a little peanut butter and jelly is what I call that shot.
Hit a forehand, turned around the other way.
Quite impressive. But again, we can talk all about all those fancy shots. Look at what Paul's doing. Steady Eddie.
Technical.
He is so steady. We talked about earlier. He used the term mechanical.
Yeah, he's so predictable right now, but predictable winning.
Yes.
Look at that. Just.
I would call that boring pickleball, right?
Exactly.
But you know wins and boring pickleball. That's
You're exactly right. And a 9-2 lead here for Olin as he is cruising in game two. Just to show you how these players got there. Olin took out Margaritaville earlier to face off Matthias Johansson in the winner's bracket final. Johansson coming out on top. Fliegelman taking out David Spearman, the 3 seed, to get this right to play in the bronze medal match against Paul Olin. But it is all Olin right now, John.
Yeah.
What does Fliegelman need to do here quickly to get back in this?
Other than a little short of a miracle, he has got to start attacking. You cannot sit there and let Paulie keep punching you, right? He is so good at what he does. You've got to make him change his style. the great thing about Scott is he has got that ability. He has got the bigger shots. He's got a great forehand, and he can move like a jackrabbit. So play to your strengths. Utilize those strengths. You know, get Paul to feel a little uncomfortable. If you don't, it's going to be a short day.
Yeah.
As we can see.
And a quick match as we are just at 19 minutes total match time.
That is pure. Oh, great shot. There you go.
Yep, Fliegelman pulling him sideline to sideline as we just turned 20 minutes in this match. Olin still just 2 points away from ending it.
2-9.
I like it, though. I mean,
Yeah.
you got to try something. You can't just hit rolls all day and let Paul dictate the point. Go for it. Make him have to hit a tougher volley and see what comes out of it. It's a good deep volley.
Yeah, and it's changing things up a little bit.
Yep.
I mean,
went to the forehand side, open them up, then go to the backhand side. Things that we've talked about earlier. He just doesn't pay us to coach him. That's the thing.
He doesn't.
If
Maybe he will after
If he did, maybe, you know, we could have a different outcome here. There you go.
There's a nice big forehand on the line, and we're sitting right on that sideline right there that he came up.
Yep.
That's why you said that as soon as he hit it, because you could see it's going to drop in right there perfectly.
That is a good-looking forehand, and that's the kind of thing that if he's going to get back into this match, that's what has to happen. Bigger forehands. Good ball, good ball.
Got it.
Got behind him.
Yeah. Olin kind of in between whether I'm going to take that out of the air or let it bounce because he thinks it's going out.
Correct.
He opted to let it bounce because he thought it was going out. No chance of getting that back.
Nothing like being a rally killer to yourself,
Yeah,
right? I've been there before. It's not fun.
No, huge rally
Yeah.
killer.
9-4.
Just long. and
Good depth on those volleys.
Right, and that's what I was just going to say, John. If that's what you're going to do with Olin, you got to keep him back, right?
Yes, yes. Scott has a very high level tennis background, so you can see that volley is a little different than a normal. He's hit it at tennis style rather than pickleball style. So he gets a little bit more depth on that ball.
And again, right there, I don't mind Fliegelman going to the forehand of Olin, but if you go to me with a forehand right there at chest height, I'm going to put that away.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
So it's just you got to get that down.
Yeah, you gotta really clip the tape on that ball.
9-4.
That's a good idea from Fliegelman right there, but maybe not the right time because it's you got to be perfect, and now it's match point.
Correct. And you know, again, I love the creativity of the shot, but again, Paul is the same thing, right? He's not worried about what comes off of Scott's paddle. That's just too good.
Wow.
That's just too good.
I mean, John, we've seen this all day. I am very excited for this gold medal match we're going to see after the women's doubles final. So Paul Olin takes game 2 11-4 after taking game 1 11-0. He will move on to the gold medal match against Matthias Johansson coming up later on. I'll jump down and have a word with Paul Olin. Dominic Catalano, John Sperling here from the Margaritaville USA Pickleball National Championships presented by Pickleball Central.
Wow, it's so smooth.
I love the little kick you get when you're going up any little hill.
Wow, that was so much fun. It was fun, it was fast, it was easy to change gears.
I would do this over a fat tire bike all day long.
Nice ride. This thing has some torque, has some juice.
It felt a little bit like what I imagine wearing a jetpack feel like.
Stay, play, and dine in Margaritaville. Escape while enjoying Margaritaville's signature casual luxury, fun, and laid-back hospitality. Visit MargaritavilleResorts.com.
Slightly favored backhand. With hand-eye coordination.
Hey, I'm Ben Johns, and I'm here to tell you why the pros prefer the Franklin X40 Pickleball. I really like the durability. It's pretty rare that I crack one of these. I really like the balance in the ball. I really love this ball because of the color. The visibility at any time during the day is always extremely easy to see. So I think it's not just for the players, it's also a great spectator ball.
Go again until you strike just right. Until the ball sings. Until the other guy blinks. Until the court's clear and the sun sets. Until you see it in your sleep and wake up swinging. Go again. Until you can't miss. Until you can't lose. Go again and again.
Welcome back to Championship Court. I'm with Paul Olin after his bronze medal match victory over Scott Fliegelman. Paul, it was more of the same kind of scenario that I had John Sperling back up in the booth with me again, and we were saying it was a very similar game plan to what happened against Macgregor earlier on, where you were just penetrating and pushing that backhand on Fliegelman. Was it something, again, you were looking to do that gave you success earlier against Macgregor?
I just wanted to have you and John in the booth. That's all I needed. That's all I needed. But yeah, same thing. Scott has a big forehand, much like Murcha, just a big topspin forehand, and try to get to his backhand. But he's got a great roll backhand too. But he was a little off today. Yep. And you know, he's a great player, and I just was on fire. So.
And you really were, again, very little errors, so barely any unforced errors. But then another thing that we saw was that you were doing that roll kind of backhand, but then you were also kind of pushing that backhand flat down the line to keep him honest, a little more than you did against Macgregor. Was that something you saw just to keep him honest there?
I think that's how my game goes. If I'm able to hit both shots, either down the line or cross court, then, you know, if I get both those shots going, then I'll do pretty well. And Murcha just didn't really give me the opening down the line as much, so I wasn't taking it.
And now moving forward, you got Matthias Johansson again. You played him earlier in the winner's bracket final. We didn't get a chance to see that out here, but you were telling me that you just made some unforced errors on some volleys. But I think you're expecting a much tighter match this one.
I hope so. It was a beatdown. I mean, Matthias played great. His passing shots were on fire. His forehand's just a level above everybody else right now. And he played great. I don't know if I would have won that match even if I played well, but I missed a few volleys that would have kept the match closer. Then you don't know what happens. But yeah, I got to close up my volleys and just make them work a little bit harder.
All right, well, Paul, congratulations into that gold medal match. We're going to take a break here from the Margaritaville USA Pickleball National Championships presented by Pickleball Central. We'll be back here on Championship Court shortly. Don't go anywhere.
Slightly favored backhand. Much hand-eye coordination.
Match point, it's all up to me. Nothing can get in my way. And when they ask, what are you gonna do next? I'll say, I'm going.
We're going to Margaritaville! You can go to Margaritaville too. Visit MargaritavilleResorts.com.
I will dig deep.
I will crush this game.
Athletes know nutrition drives performance.
I will not slow down.
Superior Lab supplements help you power up and recover faster.
I will never surrender.
Superior Labs is a proud sponsor of USA Pickleball.
I'm Ben Johns, and I'm here to tell you why the pros prefer the Franklin X40 Pickleball. I really like the durability. It's pretty rare that I crack one of these. I really like the balance in the ball. I really love this ball because of the color. The visibility at any time during the day is always extremely easy to see, so I think it's not just for the players, it's also a great spectator ball.
Ooh, wow, it's so smooth.
I love the little kick you get when you're going up any little hill.
Wow, that was so much fun. It was fun, it was fast, it was easy to change gears.
I would do this over a fat tire bike all day long.
Nice ride. This thing has some torque, has some juice.
It felt a little bit like what I imagine wearing a jetpack feel like.
Go again, until you strike just right, until the ball sings, until the other guy blinks, until the court's clear, and the sun sets, until you see it in your sleep, and wake up swinging. Go again, till you can't miss, until you can't lose. Go again, and again.
Selkirk's mission has always been to fuel the pickleball obsession found inside every player.
There is a growing community of pickleball players who consume as much pickleball content as they possibly can.
And that's why we are launching Selkirk TV, which brings the best pickleball content to your smartphone, tablet, and big screen TV. It's pickleball's original and only free TV app. This is 24/7 Pickleball, proudly brought to you by Selkirk.
Slightly favored backhand. Much hand-eye coordination.
Hey, I'm Ben Johns, and I'm here to tell you why the pros prefer the Franklin X40 Pickleball. I really like the durability. Pretty rare that I crack one of these. I really like the balance in the ball. I really love this ball because of the color. The visibility at any time during the day is always extremely easy to see, so I think it's not just for the players, it's also a great spectator ball.
Again, until you strike just right, until the ball sings, until the other guy blinks, until the court's clear and the sun sets, until you see it in your sleep and wake up swinging. Go again, till you can't miss, until you can't lose. Go again and again.
Stay, play, and dine in Margaritaville. Escape while enjoying Margaritaville's signature casual luxury, fun, and laid-back hospitality. Visit MargaritavilleResorts.com.
The Pro XR Pickleball Paddle answers the age-old question of how to get paddle speed and control with the same paddle and one grip, and this is it. Pro XR gives you more spin, greater control, and quicker reloads on every shot in the game, because you always have that constant feel for that leverage and control and paddle speed that we're all looking for. Pro XR is the most revolutionary technology in pickleball. The Pro XR Pickleball Paddle answers the age-old question of how to get paddle speed and control with the same paddle and one grip, and this is it. Pro XR gives you more spin, greater control, and quicker reloads on every shot in the game, because you always have that constant feel for that leverage and control and paddle speed that we're all looking for. Pro XR is the most revolutionary technology in pickleball.
I will dig deep.
I will crush this game.
Athletes know nutrition drives performance.
I will not slow down.
Superior Lab supplements help you power up and recover faster.
I will never surrender.
Superior Labs is a proud sponsor of USA Pickleball.
It's all up to me. Nothing can get in my way. And when they ask, what are you gonna do next? I'll say, I'm going.
We're going to Margaritaville! You can go to Margaritaville too. Visit MargaritavilleResorts.com.
Hey, I'm Ben Johns, and I'm here to tell you why the pros prefer the Franklin X40 Pickleball. I really like the durability. Pretty rare that I crack one of these. I really like the balance in the ball. I really love this ball because of the color. The visibility at any time during the day is always extremely easy to see. So I think it's not just for the players, it's also a great spectator ball.
Slightly favored backhand. But hand-eye coordination.
Go again. Until you strike just right. Until the ball sings. Until the other guy blinks. Until the court's clear. And the sun sets. Until you see it in your sleep. And wake up swinging. Go again. Till you can't miss. Until you can't lose. Go again. And again.
The Pro XR Pickleball Paddle answers the age-old question of how to get paddle speed and control with the same paddle and one grip, and this is it. Pro XR gives you more spin, greater control, and quicker reloads on every shot in the game, because you always have that constant feel for that leverage and control and paddle speed that we're all looking for. Pro XR is the most revolutionary technology in pickleball.
Stay, play, and dine in Margaritaville. Escape while enjoying Margaritaville's signature casual luxury, fun, and laid-back hospitality. Visit MargaritavilleResorts.com.
Ooh, wow, it's so smooth.
I love the little kick you get when you're going up any little hill.
Wow, that was so much fun. It was fun, it was fast, it was easy to change gears.
I would do this over a fat tire bike all day long.
Nice ride. This thing has some torque, has some juice.
It felt a little bit like what I imagine wearing a jetpack feel like.
Slightly favored backhand. But hand-eye coordination.
I will dig deep.
I will crush this game.
Athletes know nutrition drives performance.
I will not slow down.
Superior Lab supplements help you power up and recover faster.
I will never surrender.
Superior Labs is a proud sponsor of USA Pickleball.
Go again. Until you strike just right. Until the ball sings. Until the other guy blinks. Until the court's clear. And the sun sets. Until you see it in your sleep. And wake up swinging. Go again. Till you can't miss. Until you can't lose. Go again. And again.
Match point, it's all up to me. Nothing can get in my way. And when they ask, what are you gonna do next? I'll say, I'm going.
We're going to Margaritaville!
You can go to Margaritaville too. Visit MargaritavilleResorts.com.
The Pro XR Pickleball Paddle answers the age-old question of how to get paddle speed and control with the same paddle and one grip, and this is it. Pro XR gives you more spin, greater control, and quicker reloads on every shot in the game, because you always have that constant feel for that leverage and control and paddle speed that we're all looking for. Pro XR is the most revolutionary technology in pickleball.
Slightly favored backhand. But hand-eye coordination.
Hey, I'm Ben Johns, and I'm here to tell you why the pros prefer the Franklin X40 Pickleball. I really like the durability. It's pretty rare that I crack one of these. I really like the balance in the ball. I really love this ball because of the color. The visibility at any time during the day is always extremely easy to see, so I think it's not just for the players, it's also a great spectator ball.
Go again, until you strike just right, until the ball sings, until the other guy blinks, until the court's clear, and the sun sets, until you see it in your sleep, and wake up swinging. Go again. Till you can't miss. Until you can't lose. Go again. And again.
I will dig deep.
I will crush this game.
Athletes know nutrition drives performance.
I will not slow down.
Superior Lab supplements help you power up and recover faster.
I will never surrender.
Superior Labs is a proud sponsor of USA Pickleball.
Hey, I'm Ben Johns, and I'm here to tell you why the pros prefer the Franklin X40 Pickleball. I really like the durability. It's pretty rare that I crack one of these. I really like the balance in the ball. I really love this ball because of the color. The visibility at any time during the day is always extremely easy to see, so I think it's not just for the players, it's also a great spectator ball.
Slightly favored backhand. But hand-eye coordination.
Ooh, wow, it's so smooth.
I love the little kick you get when you're going up any little hill.
Wow, that was so much fun. It was fun, it was fast, it was easy to change gears.
I would do this over a fat tire bike all day long.
Nice ride. This thing has some torque, has some juice.
It felt a little bit like what I imagine wearing a jetpack feel like.
I will dig deep.
I will crush this game.
Athletes know nutrition drives performance.
I will not slow down.
Superior Lab supplements help you power up and recover faster.
I will never surrender.
Superior Labs is a proud sponsor of USA Pickleball.
Stay, play, and dine in Margaritaville. Escape while enjoying Margaritaville's signature casual luxury, fun, and laid-back hospitality. Visit MargaritavilleResorts.com.
Go again, until you strike just right, until the ball sings, until the other guy blinks, until the court's clear, and the sun sets, until you see it in your sleep, and wake up swinging. Go again, till you can't miss, until you can't lose. Go again, and again. Again, until you strike just right, until the ball sings, until the other guy blinks, until the court's clear, and the sun sets, until you see it in your sleep, and wake up swinging. Go again, till you can't miss, until you can't lose. Go again, and again.
The Pro XR Pickleball Paddle answers the age-old question of how to get paddle speed and control with the same paddle and one grip, and this is it. Pro XR gives you more spin, greater control, and quicker reloads on every shot in the game, because you always have that constant feel for that leverage and control and paddle speed that we're all looking for. Pro XR is the most revolutionary technology in pickleball.
Match point, it's all up to me. Nothing can get in my way. And when they ask, what are you gonna do next? I'll say, I'm going.
We're going to Margaritaville!
You can go to Margaritaville too. Visit MargaritavilleResorts.com.
Slightly favored backhand. Much hand-eye coordination.
I will dig deep.
I will crush this game.
Athletes know nutrition drives performance.
I will not slow down.
Superior Lab supplements help you power up and recover faster. I will never surrender. Superior Labs is a proud sponsor of USA Pickleball.
Welcome back to the Margaritaville USA Pickleball National Championships presented by Pickleball Central. I'm Dominic Catalano. Joining me for the rest of the evening, none other than John Sperling. We got 2 gold medal matches to go, John. First and foremost, the one up right now, Matthias Johansson coming out of the winner's bracket, taking on Paul Olin. What are we looking at here, John? I mean, it's a rematch of a match you saw some of on an outer court earlier, the winner's bracket final.
It's going to be a battle. I mean, both these guys have played some amazing singles today. I mean, I watched a lot of both of the guys play earlier. 2 different styles, 2 different philosophies on how to play. Both great players. Matthias brings in the power, brings in the big forehand. Paulie on the exit and the exact opposite. More finesse, more off the backhand side. Clash of 2 titans. I'm excited to watch it. It's going to be a great match.
Yeah, we're going to see if Paul can get that backhand roll going, which he did very well against Mircea Murariu earlier and against Scott Fliegelman in the bronze medal match. If he has that going, he can get fits, but the only difference between Fliegelman and Murariu as compared to Johansson is about, I want to say, 3 feet in height, it seems like.
Correct. And just the power of that forehand side. It is absolutely devastating what he can do with that ball, where he can put it, and what it produces for him as he goes along in his matches. He is the quintessential singles player. I mean, he is what we have all, he has reached the top of what we are trying to get to in our game. And it all stems from that forehand and being his ability to create.
Yeah, and just like we can see on the screen right now, a rematch of the winner's bracket final where Johansson came out on top in 2 games over Olin. This, John, being one of the best aspects of this double elimination bracket is the fact that even though you lose to someone earlier, you have that opportunity to come back. And that's exactly what Paul Olin is trying to do after dropping 11-3, 12-10. He was that close to taking that second game and forcing a third game, but doesn't do it. And here we are, though, in the gold medal match.
What that first match tells me is Paul may have gotten taken in that first game with the power, but he's so smart. He learns and adapts to his opponents. And so they're getting ready to go here. But he learned from that first game and gave him a battle, that 12-10 battle.
Whoa. Oh, and instead of the backhand to that point, to that spot, he goes forehand inside out.
I like Paulie saying, hey, I have a forehand as well.
Yeah, exactly. Andy Jones on the call here on Championship Court as our USA Pickleball certified referee. One of the best in the business. Love Andy.
Absolutely. Oh.
Just a little long, and Olin kind of got I mean, John, he's got a little bounce to his step right now, and that's just confidence, isn't it?
Well, and I think it's the difference between the 2, right? Paul's been here before. It's not his first rodeo. He's been in the majors. Matthias, even though he's new to the game and very skilled, this is his first national championship. What a shot.
He dots the line.
No one sees this. I'm sitting on this line. That is as perfect as a shot can get.
Just painting that line right there and jumping out to a 3-point lead here early in game 1.
Yeah, I had a chance to talk with Paul in between matches and figuring out what his strategy was.
Oh, and
staying away from that would probably be the key.
Right, exactly. That's a great 2-hander there from Johansson. He doubles up. First one there, and we'll try it again.
Well, I think the biggest thing for Paul needs to do is to keep the ball down, right? Even if Matthias can hit it, keep the ball down between a lower strike point, so he has to at least lift the ball more. What a get. What a get.
So the let cord helps Olin out here. Watch this. He had given up on it.
Yep.
But then look at that look.
I like this little emotion. Look at the little pump of the paddle.
You don't see much of that out of Olin. Absolutely. So as I said, we have Andy Jones, our lead referee. As we all know and love Andy out of Allentown, PA.
She always does a great job.
Always. And the second ref, our support ref, is Monica Stampbach from Melbourne, Australia.
What? We're getting international.
Absolutely.
Nice forehand, Paul. I like Paul's position right now. He's coming out and not backing down, stepping toe to toe, and look at create a little bit of a timeout situation.
Oh yeah, so Johansson calling a timeout down 0-5 here. Something's got to give here. He's got to stop Olin. Olin is just cruising. Now, also, John, talk about this, is that after Johansson and Olin played, Johansson's been off for a little while, right? There's nothing in the world that anyone running a tournament can do about that, right? If you want to keep playing, don't go through the winner's bracket. You don't want to break? Don't go through the winner's bracket. Go to the consolation bracket. But Matthias Johansson has been sitting for a little while. Olin, fresh off his victory in the bronze medal match, has that momentum. He's keeping it. Is that a difference here?
I think it is. I think for a lot of players, it's very difficult to sit after a match. So he's usually going to get a slower start, which we're noticing right now. But the key is with Johansson, he is going to figure out, he's going to right the ship, right? He's going to figure this out. He's going to get back into his game. And the biggest thing for him is not to panic, not to try to press too hard, because we know when that happens, the match can slip away very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
So he'll take his time. He's using that timeout to gain his composure back. He'll get back into it, and you're going to see a different player coming out of that timeout.
Oh, and it is there. I mean, it just runs across the top of the tape right there.
It hung on that net. It wanted to go over.
Oh, it did. But in Paul Olin's favor, it drops on Johansson's side, and another point for Olin.
Good ball.
Oh, he'll giveth and it taketh right there. And that's something that Johansson needs right now. He needed a break right there. Well, now he got it. Now can he capitalize on it?
Yeah, being able to slow Paul down, because Paul's on fire right now, so being able to slow him down and just get back into his rhythm. A little bit of a press, right? You know, we're going to be there. We all been there before.
Oh, yeah.
We're down big in a match. We just think that shot's worth 2 points. It's just got to calm it down.
Just wide right there. Olin upset with himself now. I love it. Olin's showing some emotion right now, right? Because what does he know? He knows if anyone can get a run together, it's Johansson right now, and he wants to be perfect and end this first game.
Yes.
Wow, I mean, some of these gets that Johansson get, I mean, Olin has to get him completely stretched out.
Side to side. It's a great point.
Yeah, great work by Paul Olin.
That's a great ball.
Oh, what a drop from Paul Olin.
A very good shot from Matthias, though. He hit a ball, hit everything he wanted on it. Just Paul executed that drop volley very well.
7-0.
Wow, the fact that he got one more ball back. I mean, just using his length and reach to get to that, but just too much Paul Olin right now.
That's what I love about both these competitors. There's no giving either one of them. There's no quit. They're gonna give it everything they have, each and every point. It's a good shot. Actually, great approach shot from Matthias. He's, he's keeping that ball low, may be able to get a good move, but Paul is able to withstand it.
9-0.
All right.
It's now or never, right? We need to make a run.
Right. If Johansson doesn't put a run together here, game one is close to being over. Gets one. Now it's time to put a crooked one up on the board, and then you got something going. There's that crooked one.
Yeah, it's it all starts with one, and the biggest thing for Johansson is being able to break that. Get on the board.
Oh, just misses that ball on the baseline there. I like the aggressiveness still from Johansson. He's not trying to baby anything. He's trying to stick to his game plan.
I think the biggest thing for him is he knows he's got that extra game in his pocket if it need be, right? So I don't think he's worried.
The difference right there, okay? Stop Paul Olin from being so aggressive, pin him back on the return to serve.
Correct. And to what?
To his forehand
Correct.
side, exactly.
Right. Many have tried today, but none have been successful.
Oh, there's a little nice two-hand, and he stares it down. Let's watch Johansson here as he hits this two-handed backhand. Watch him stare down this ball on the line.
This is a great shot because he's added this as of, not too long ago, being able to allow him to create different opportunities with that backhand. People don't realize a two-hander gives you ability to shape the ball a little bit more, right? Create some and hold it longer, right? So you can be more deceptive with the shot.
But John, talk about that a little bit let's get to that on our next timeout.
Yeah.
I want to talk about the two-handed backhand a little bit with you. A game point here for Paul Olin in game number one. Game one goes to Paul Olin, 11-3. Just like he lost to Matthias Johansson, 11-3 in that winner's bracket final game one. Looks like Olin trying to flip the script here. In game number one, he does. Takes game one, 11-3 here at the Margaritaville USA Pickleball National Championships presented by Pickleball Central. Don't go anywhere. We'll have game two coming up next.
And I'm here to tell you why the pros prefer the Franklin X40 Pickleball. I really like the durability. It's pretty rare that I crack one of these. I really like the balance in the ball. I really love this ball because of the color. The visibility at any time during the day is always extremely easy to see. So I think it's not just for the players, it's also a great spectator ball.
Match point. It's all up to me. Nothing can get in my way. And when they ask, what are you gonna do next? I'll say, I'm going.
We're going to Margaritaville!
You can go to Margaritaville too. Visit MargaritavilleResorts.com.
Game 2 here for men's senior pro singles. Paul Olin takes game 1, 11-3 over Matthias Johansson. We'll see if Johansson can have an answer here. If not, Olin will take this 2 out of 3 and force that game to 15, as Johansson is undefeated coming into this match. And right on cue, it is all Olin right now as he just picks up where he left off in game number 1, John.
You know, he's got a different look than when they played earlier. Paulie's got that, like you said earlier, confidence. He's got that air about him. He's walking taller. Hopefully he can keep that up. Matthias, on the other hand, has got to figure out a way to slow Paul down.
It's not, and Matthias is just frustrated right now, and he's visibly frustrated, and that's just not how he's been playing all day.
No, he's usually very, very smooth, very composed.
Yeah, and he hasn't been missing many of those shots right there, and he does again.
Well, you know, it's a little bit of both. A little bit of maybe nerves, right? And maybe a little bit of extra pressure from Paul. Paul's shot looks a little bit stronger each time.
Wow, that's just a big forehand there from Paul Olin. And John, you had alluded to it a little bit earlier too. This is nationals, baby.
Yeah.
I mean, this is, you know, a big stage here for Johansson, and it's his first time.
It is, and I'm not sure if Paul has been here at this level. You know, I know he's done well at other majors, but you know, I don't know what number nationals this is for him, whether it's his first in the senior division.
Right. And I know he won an Open. This is his coming out party at the U.S. Open.
Yes.
And that was a big atmosphere, nice win for him when he beat Scott Moore a couple years ago.
Good ball.
When it's going well, it's
Yes.
going well. I'll watch him just nice and easy, no pressure.
Smooth.
I'll just flip this down the line, and Johansson can't do anything but look at it.
5-0.
I mean, I'd expect one here, maybe, John.
You
No?
need one, right? You need to, again,
Yeah.
just stopping momentum. Wow.
Just
Paul is focused.
he's Picasso out here painting lines.
I'm going to call him Sherwin Williams.
Yeah, I mean, geez. Johansson now is like walking, but fast, but he's like almost pissed.
There's that timeout we were
Right,
looking
there's
for.
that timeout. So timeout at 7-0. Almost nothing you can do right now with Olin. But, John, I want to allude when we talk about that two-handed backhand, right? And you coming from tennis, you understand that. You know how to teach it.
Right.
You've done it. When, to everyone out there kind of listening, when you're talking about that two-handed backhand, it really is more of a left-handed forehand for a righty, right?
Correct.
So say you're a right-hander and you're hitting that two-handed backhand. What do you talk about when you're trying to teach that?
Well, a lot of it is just, it gives you more, especially in the pickleball over the tennis, it gives you can hit different balls. You can hit a ball that's closer to you. Now, it limits your range, so a lot of times if I have a two-hander, I'll say, hey, you got to be able to hit the two-hander from inside. But when you're a little bit further away, bail out because you're not going to have that same shot.
Yeah.
But you can create so much more power from your core, right? Because that's what's doing it. So again, you can hold it, you can hide it, you can do a lot of things with a ball that as a one-hander you can't do.
Yeah.
It's pretty much laid out in front of you. If you're going to hit a one-hander, you're going to tell the story that they're going to be able to read.
Right.
Two-handers can have that little deception, that slight hold on a ball, which gives them a little bit of an advantage sometimes.
Yeah. So those of you guys out there, if you're doubting it, go learn it.
This is true. That's true. See if Matthias can get back into this match.
7-0 lead here for Olin. Oh, that is a great timeout. Usage of the timeout and a good answer out of the timeout.
And
the two-hander.
that everybody is a two-hander. Look at how close he gets. Look at the core, the power he generates from his body. Great shot.
It's like we worked that out with Matthias.
Yeah.
Right there.
We got a connection.
Hey, Matthias, give us a good two-hander.
That's right.
Oh, and he just got under that one a little bit.
Well, it's 7-0 down. I think he's pressing a little bit, so you're going to have some shots that are going to just catch and fly.
Yeah.
The key is, slow it down. We know how good he is as a player. So for us, he may be just getting through these 2 games to get to the game to 15.
Right. But then too, like my thought process is like, okay, I come out of that timeout, I'm down 7-0. Let's see what I can do to answer here and just gain some momentum going into that game to 15.
Yes.
And he's gained none.
No, well, sometimes it's all you can do just to survive. You put him in 2 different matches. Right?
There's a forehand
That's a great
winner
forehand.
right there.
That's what's great about pickleball. This game, these 2 out of 3 in this gold medal is 1 match. But if he loses, he's got another match. So you can literally separate the 2 in your head. So if you get done with this match and you lose, you can regroup, get yourself back into it, and restart.
Nice ball there from Matthias Johansson as he goes forehand winner. Doubles up down the line here.
That looks very easy to some. That is not an easy shot.
No.
To not only power it, but then control it.
Nice job of keeping that ball low. So Olin really couldn't get too much on that right
Correct.
there. A little bit of a run for Johansson. Now he's got Olin guessing just a little bit, right?
This is where it gets interesting,
Just
right?
a
We talked
little.
about that momentum and that swing. In pickleball, you can have, especially in singles, the streaks are so big. I've watched matches 9-0, 9-9 in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
It's a great shot. It's a great shot.
And Olin makes it look so easy right there. Just smooth as butter right there on the backhand.
Oh, it's great reach by Matthias.
Olin's like,
He hit the shot he
hit
wanted.
it perfect.
Yeah, he hit the shot he wanted.
He's like, I really hit that perfect.
He just didn't realize Matthias is 6'5" and can reach. That's a good ball. It's set up from the last one.
Yeah, and the thing too, though, is like Matthias held that on his paddle as long as he could, and out of the corner of his eye, saw Olin lean to the forehand side, and he went backhand. And sensing that urgency, Olin calls a timeout. What's Olin need to do here, John, to kind of slow Johansson down?
Keep the ball deep. Keep Matthias moving. I mean, you cannot let a player as good of a ball striker as Matthias get set. He gets underneath that ball, and he is going to do some damage.
He is. He's doing some really big damage here. He's just getting big, and he's playing hard right now, right? So that's almost like who's the scariest players is when they have nothing to lose.
Correct.
Right? So Matthias right now, he was just down 9-0. I got nothing to lose. So what's he going to do? Like, okay, I'm going to go hard right here. Let's see if I hit some winners. Well, he's gone hard. And he's hit some big winners.
Yeah, and he's getting, like you said earlier, he's getting Paul to guess on certain shots. That's because Paul's ball is landing a little bit short, and Matthias can hide where he's going to hit it. He can hold it. He can turn on it early. All of those things. If he pushes him back, there's no mistake where that ball has to go.
Yep. And
good use of a timeout.
Yeah, and you know what, too? Matthias has gone back to, he's not used it all day, his spin serve. He hasn't used it a lot, but he has gone back to it now on this run.
It's a good ball.
Yeah, that's
good. It's a good ball, though. Matthias had that point one early. Paul fought his way back into it with a nice little soft ball. And it almost cost Matthias. And I think that's what Paul's upset about. He knew he had a chance to get back into that point and then throws up a chunk lob.
Good read from Olin. He read that ball before Johansson even hit it to the forehand side.
You say read, I say bait. He baited him into that shot. He left it open and said, hey, go to my forehand.
Wow. That's a great ball by Johansson. Full extension, blocking that ball cross court.
It seems to be the pattern, right? When they get in the odd side, big serve, big return, Matthias changes the direction and goes forward, and then Paul has to counter. Unfortunately, Paul has not been on the top end of those exchanges as of late.
Johansson going for that spin serve, and that's what you get sometimes out of that is a couple mistakes.
Yes.
Johansson can't have those right now.
Not at 4-9.
9-4.
Are you kidding me? Paul Olin just won that point.
Wow.
He was on his heels.
Look at this replay.
For every shot. That is just, that's cake right there.
That's a good point.
And a match point on the paddle of Paul Olin to force a game to 15.
It was wild. Great sportsmanship by Matthias.
Paul Olin was going to play that, but Matthias Johansson is like, no, it was out, Paul.
Yeah.
Let's get to that game. He was ready to get to the game.
He was ready. He was ready. You know, at 9-4, he misses the serve. It's a big thing.
So now Paul Olin takes game 1 11-3, game 2 11-4. We'll take a break. When we come back, 1 game to 15 for all the marbles, John. Don't go anywhere here from Margaritaville USA Pickleball National Championships.
Go again until you strike just right. Until the ball sings. Until the other guy blinks. Until the court's clear and the sun sets. Until you see it in your sleep and wake up swinging. Go again. Until you can't miss. Until you can't lose. Go again and again.
The Pro XR Pickleball Paddle answers the age-old question of how to get paddle speed and control with the same paddle and one grip, and this is it. Pro XR gives you more spin, greater control, and quicker reloads on every shot in the game because you always have that constant feel for that leverage and control and paddle speed that we're all looking for. Pro XR is the most revolutionary technology in pickleball.
Match point, it's all up to me. Nothing can get in my way. And when they ask, what are you gonna do next? I'll say, I'm going.
We're going to Margaritaville!
You can go to Margaritaville too. Visit MargaritavilleResorts.com.
hand-eye coordination.
I will dig deep.
I will crush this game.
Athletes know nutrition drives performance.
I will not slow down.
Superior Lab supplements help you power up and recover faster.
I will never surrender.
Superior Labs is a proud sponsor of USA Pickleball.
Selkirk's mission has always been to fuel the pickleball obsession found inside every player.
There is a growing community of pickleball players who consume as much pickleball content as they possibly can.
And that's why we are launching Selkirk TV, which brings the best pickleball content to your smartphone, tablet, and big screen TV. It's pickleball's original and only free TV app. This is 24/7 pickleball, proudly brought to you by Selkirk.
Lightly favored backhand. But hand-eye coordination.
Hey, I'm Ben Johns, and I'm here to tell you why the pros prefer the Franklin X40 Pickleball. I really like the durability. It's pretty rare that I crack one of these. I really like the balance in the ball. I really love this ball because of the color. The visibility at any time during the day is always extremely easy to see. So I think it's not just for the players, it's also a great spectator ball.
Go again, until you strike just right, until the ball sings, until the other guy blinks, until the court's clear, and the sun sets, until you see it in your sleep, and wake up swinging. Go again, till you can't miss, until you can't lose. Go again, and again.
Stay, play, and dine in Margaritaville. Escape while enjoying Margaritaville's signature casual luxury, fun, and laid-back hospitality. Visit MargaritavilleResorts.com.
The Pro XR Pickleball Paddle answers the age-old question of how to get paddle speed and control with the same paddle and one grip, and this is it. Pro XR gives you more spin, greater control, and quicker reloads on every shot in the game, because you always have that constant feel for that leverage and control and paddle speed that we're all looking for. Pro XR is the most revolutionary technology in pickleball.
Back on championship court, oh, there is Kathy, #1 pickleball fan in the world here at Nationals. She's got my head on a stick over there that looks like I autographed for her, but back on championship court here, Paul Olin, Matthias Johansson, game to 15 for the gold medal here at Nationals. Wow. And that is how you start a game, John. Right there. Watch Johansson run this down and hit the clean winner.
Across his body, cross court.
Oh, these boys make it look so easy.
Yes. After a long day of hitting, too, they're still able to do it. Yikes.
John, aren't you glad you're here?
Yes.
With me in the booth?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a lot easier on a body up here.
Or I could have went 0-2 in the day and then
Right.
Yeah,
you could have made a donation.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And all that got Johansson was a side out.
Side out. No points.
No points.
0-0.
Wow.
Again, on the call here, our lead referee, Andy Jones from Allentown, Pennsylvania, and her support referee on the opposite side, Monica Stampback from Melbourne, Australia.
Getting a little international flair.
We are going international here with our referees on championship court for this men's senior pro final.
Great hands.
These guys going toe-to-toe at the kitchen line there.
I think I said this score wrong before. You have one. I do not. You do not? Okay. Yeah, you're correct.
Andy, I think, thought she had the wrong score on her scorecard, but she was actually correct.
Yes.
She tried to give Paul a point.
He's such a good guy. He was like, no, that is not what I'm doing.
Nice job there by Johansson, controlling the kitchen line. And again, that's what he's been doing all day. In those first two games that he lost 11-4, 11-3, he did not control the kitchen line.
No, it was all Paul controlling every aspect of the match.
All right, now, too, John, we got to talk about the weather just a little bit. It's cooled off, so what's that going to do to the ball?
It is going to make it hard as a rock.
Yeah, and so what's it going to do to the game?
It's going to make it fast.
Yes.
So we may see a little less of the shape of that ball. You said cool. I say it is freezing.
Well, John, you and I are both from Florida, man.
Yes.
This is we're dying up here.
Yeah, no one told me in the desert it was going to be chilly.
No. That ball out, and Johansson takes a 3-0 lead. This is a new match, like you said, a new match here.
Yes.
Just missing that, and side out to Olin. And I think coming up after this, we got our women's senior pro gold medal match. Macgregor, Dawson, Anderson, Bagby. With the ball getting cooler, that is going to be some fun.
It's going to be a slugfest.
That is going to be fun. Watch.
Yes.
See if Olin can answer here. And he went away from his money shot, the cross court with the backhand. But what did Johansson do? He went middle, like you had said earlier. Instead of going to a side, he went middle and cut off that angle.
Sometimes you got to push the guy straight back to take away the ability to hit an angle. It's a good pickup.
Tough right there for Olin as he's expecting that ball to come all the way back to the baseline, clips the tape and dies.
Or hit the net and drop over. Or drop down, right?
Right.
That's a tough break, especially you're trying to fight your way back into this match. You don't need, you already got a player who's a great player. You don't need him catching a few breaks.
No. Olin read it right. And frustration right now out of Paul Olin as he goes down 5-0.
Well, it's the same thing we saw in the first match, right? You get on a slight roll or a slight streak, and it's hard to break away. And Matthias is just, he's not trying to do too much. You know, and it looks like Paul now is pressing.
Just long there from Johansson.
It's a good leave.
And that's a good constructed point from Olin. A good forehand volley and a good leave on the backhand side.
0-5.
All right, so balls that he wasn't missing earlier, he missed right there. That's not a gimme, but that's a high percentage point there for
It's
Olin
about as close to the gimme as you're going to get.
Yeah.
At this level, you don't get too many freebies. That was put together nicely. Just got unlucky with the shot.
Johansson missing that one again, a little bit long. That's 2. And again, I'm telling you, the weather's coming into play right now. Those balls, they're out by like 6 inches.
Correct.
An hour ago, those balls were in by 6 inches because of the heat.
Yes, the way the ball was absorbing that's a good shot.
Again, like you said, shapes that well, takes something off it.
I think it's important for Paul in this situation to not go too crazy, right? Not try to get outside his realm. Just stay within it and get a couple points, chip away slowly, maybe get back into this match. It's a great shot.
As soon as Johansson hits it, Olin just yells out, "Yep," because he knows that's a good passing shot from Johansson. And again, that two-handed backhand.
Well, you can see he didn't push him into a corner, right? He kind of nudged him into a corner.
You're right.
And you let Matthias get a hold of that backhand from that type of shot. He can go anywhere with it.
Oh, mishit off the paddle of Olin.
I think we're going to get a timeout here.
Are they going to get one, or is he going to wait for the freebie at the 8?
That's true.
The 8-pointer, where the players will switch ends. All but looks inevitable that it'll be on Johansson's serve.
7-1.
It's a great ball.
Just inside-out backhand right there, and we will get a timeout on the court here as players will switch ends.
Let's have a round of
as Johansson is up 8-1.
Never what we expected at the
John, what does Paul need to do here to kind of right the ship? Because it all looked inevitable that he was going to roll into this game to 15 as he won 11-3, 11-4.
Excuse me.
Well, I think the first thing he has to do is just get his head right. You can see his body language. Everything about him is saying, I am defeated. Now, we both know Paul very well. We know that's not really what's going on, but his body language is telling us something different, right?
Correct.
So the first thing I'm going to do is just get myself back into this mentally, right? Like, listen, talk to myself. Like, I'm down 1-8. I've been down 1-8 many a times, right? Find my way to get into it. You know, you can't just lay over or lay down and let someone beat you up. So you just got to say, hey, I'm going to try for a couple things. I'm going to press my shots. Maybe have to go a little bit wider with some things. Maybe have to go a little bit harder with some things. Maybe you have to push a little bit more than, again, outside his comfort zone. But do something to get Matthias off of his pedestal, right? He is just sitting up there and hitting whatever he wants. For Paul to get back in this, he has got to make Matthias feel uncomfortable at some level. Remember, in the same thing that happened in that first match. You're looking at the two different body languages. It was a flip in the match before.
Yeah.
Matthias was down, Paul was up. So I think the first thing I would do if I'm Paul is just figure out how to get myself mentally back into it. Just say, listen, we've been here before. He's a fighter. He's always going to fight. But, it's easy to tell yourself that. Believing it is another thing. So
yeah. First things first, got to get this side out,
Yes,
right? Got to
yes.
get this side out.
Get the ball back in my hands.
Right. Can't allow him to gain any more momentum. If he can get this side out here, and let's see if Olin can put a little run together and make this a game.
8-1.
Oh, and Johansson with the adjustment off the tape.
Wow.
Watch this. He is all the way back at the baseline. 1 foot was completely behind the baseline. And he uses that 6'12" frame.
That's right.
To get there. I mean, he is running. He's got Olin running, I mean, corner to corner back there.
Yeah, and that's a tough one. You know, this whole match could be different. You know, catches a couple of those little breaks, right? That ball off the net that Matthias makes an unbelievable get. That goes Paulie's way. We may have a different situation,
right?
You know, but now we're looking at 10-1. And, you know, 10-1, whether you know you can come back or not, it seems pretty insurmountable.
Right, it's just tough, and especially with the way Johansson's playing, right?
Yes.
He's playing with all the confidence in the world. Doesn't matter if you're going to his backhand or his forehand. It really doesn't matter. But, I mean, if anyone can do something, it's got to be Paul with the way he's played today. It's just a matter of can he get that switch flipped on.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is get a couple underneath your belt, right? You got to get a couple points. You got to stop the momentum, get a couple points back, and then just play solid pickleball.
Yeah, yeah. He's got to get something. Like you said, he's got to get 1 or 2 here together because you can't keep trading side outs.
No. You know, Matthias is feeling it right now. So, you know, he's got he's got 9 points to give, right? In theory, he's not going to feel as much pressure. So his shots are going to be a little bit more, you know, open and free. Paul, it's going to be a little tighter.
All right, well, Olin taking his final timeout here. See if he can slow the Swedish train.
That's right.
Of Matthias Johansson down.
Come on!
And a little come on from Johansson, and he can taste that Nationals championship here on his paddle, 4 points away. Wow, what a ball. That forehand just wrapping that just over the net.
It's a great ball.
Oh, nothing you can do right there.
And Paul hit a great ball, hit a great approach shot.
There, Olin goes right there.
There you go.
Give a little cheer
emotion.
from the crowd. Pro Paul Olin right here is trying to urge him to get back into this.
I want to see some more pickleball.
Just long on the lob from Johansson. That was all he had right there. Olin puts another point on the board. That's good ball right there. That's the Paul Olin we've seen all day.
Vintage Paul Olin right there, right?
Can that awaken something here? You know, we can only hope and make this a game here in this 1 game to 15 for the gold medal here at the Margaritaville USA Pickleball National Championships. And Johansson's having none of that as he punishes that backhand.
He said playtime is over.
Your 2-point run is over.
It's a good ball.
It's just too good right now. Again, this forehand. Watch him shape this. Boom. And I misspoke earlier. Olin does have 1 timeout left, and he will take that right now. As Johansson is 2 points away from a national championship here.
And playing unbelievable pickleball. I mean, he is striking the ball so clean right now. It's a difference of 2 different matches. Even the match before, his confidence was down, wasn't able to make great shots. You know, this one, he's striking the ball with so much confidence, basically putting the ball wherever he wants, and it has Paul thinking, what do I do here?
Yeah, and it's a tale of 2 games here, or 2 matches. The 2 out of 3, again, if you guys are just joining us, Paul Olin took the 2 out of 3, 11-3, 11-4, and, I mean, the 3 and 4 points from Johansson weren't, I mean, it might as well have been 1 and 1
Correct.
or 2 and 2 because Olin wasn't missing a thing. They take a break in between, they get to this game to 15, and it was like Johansson flipped a switch, and it has been all Johansson in this game to 15.
Yeah, and that's the hard part about it. You know, when you come from the losers bracket, beating somebody 3 games in a row is very difficult. I don't care how good you are. So whenever I'm in Johansson's position, I usually know that I have a little bit more confidence.
Oh, and Olin with the missed serve, and it is a national championship point on the paddle of Matthias Johansson.
There it is.
And the championship is his. Matthias Johansson comes out on top in his first appearance in nationals. He takes home the gold medal, men's senior pro singles. Congratulations to Matthias Johansson on his championship here at the Margaritaville USA Pickleball National Championships. Paul Olin did everything he could, takes the 2 out of 3, forces the game to 15, but it was all Johansson in that game to 15. We'll take a quick commercial break. When we come back, women's senior pro singles or doubles final, Cammie Macgregor, Jen Dawson, taking on Natalie Bagby and Chris Anderson. You don't want to miss that one. Don't go anywhere.
Match point, it's all up to me. Nothing can get in my way. And when they ask, what are you gonna do next? I'll say, I'm going.
We're going to Margaritaville!
You can go to Margaritaville too. Visit MargaritavilleResorts.com.
Lightly favored backhand. But hand-eye
Go again. Until you strike just right. Until the ball sings. Until the other guy blinks. Until the court's clear. And the sun sets. Until you see it in your sleep. And wake up swinging. Go again. Until you can't miss. Until you can't lose. Go again. And again.
Hey, I'm Ben Johns, and I'm here to tell you why the pros prefer the Franklin X40 Pickleball. I really like the durability. It's pretty rare that I crack one of these. I really like the balance in the ball. I really love this ball because of the color. The visibility at any time during the day is always extremely easy to see. So I think it's not just for the players, it's also a great spectator ball.
I will dig deep.
I will crush this game.
Athletes know nutrition drives performance.
I will not slow down.
Superior Lab supplements help you power up and recover faster.
I will never surrender.
Superior Labs is a proud sponsor of USA Pickleball.
Welcome back to Margaritaville USA Pickleball National Championships. I am with our first national champion of the year, 2021, Mattias Johansson. He takes down Paul Olin in the gold medal match. Mattias, let's first talk about the 2 out of 3. All right, Paul wins 11-3, 11-4. Pretty handily, and you were even saying before we got on air, you know, it was tough. He was just hitting everything well. What was the adjustment you had to make going in that game to 15?
Well, to be honest, I don't really know. I actually asked my wife, you know, am I playing bad or is Paul just playing so good? Which I thought he was, because I've never been that destroyed. He completely ran me over. So obviously she said no, he was playing really well. So I said, you know, I got to be a little bit quicker into the net and, you know, making a little bit more balls, returns, and then try to put a little bit more pressure on it. And obviously it cannot be down 0-5 or 0-6, 0-7, whatever it is, you know, so I got that done. So.
And that's what we talked about when we kind of noticed up in the booth, was that in that game to 15, it was totally opposite, right? You came out pressuring, and your returns were a lot deeper, and you put a little more pressure on Paul, not allowing him to hit that backhand and hit any winners. That seemed like a difference. Was that a difference for you?
I mean, absolutely. I mean, the whole game plan is if you push him back a little bit more, and I mean, I didn't even do my spin serve. I went back to a normal serve, and I was trying to get the serve deep, and I said, hey, I cannot lose. What do I have to lose here? I need to go for my serve a little bit more and try to push him back off his return, and yeah, so that's what I did. I think that was the difference.
Hey, well, it worked. You're our national champion. Congratulations, Mattias Johansson, our first national championship here at the Margaritaville USA Pickleball National Championships. Don't go anywhere. Women's Senior Pro Doubles coming up on Championship Court next at Indian Wells.
The Pro XR Pickleball Paddle answers the age-old question of how to get paddle speed and control with the same paddle and one grip, and this is it. Pro XR gives you more spin, greater control, and quicker reloads on every shot in the game, because you always have that constant feel for that leverage and control and paddle speed that we're all looking for. Pro XR is the most revolutionary technology in pickleball.
I will dig deep.
I will crush this game.
Athletes know nutrition drives performance.
I will not slow down.
Superior Lab supplements help you power up and recover faster.
I will never surrender.
Superior Labs is a proud sponsor of USA Pickleball.
It's all up to me. Nothing can get in my way. And when they ask, what are you gonna do next? I'll say, I'm going.
We're going to Margaritaville!
You can go to Margaritaville too. Visit MargaritavilleResorts.com.
Hey, I'm Ben Johns, and I'm here to tell you why the pros prefer the Franklin X40 Pickleball. I really like the durability. It's pretty rare that I crack one of these. I really like the balance in the ball. I really love this ball because of the color. The visibility at any time during the day is always extremely easy to see. So I think it's not just for the players, it's also a great spectator ball.
strike just right. Until the ball sings. Until the other guy blinks. Until the court's clear. And the sun sets. Until you see it in your sleep. And wake up swinging. Go again. Till you can't miss. Until you can't lose. Go again. And again.
Match point, it's all up to me. Nothing can get in my way. And when they ask, what are you gonna do next? I'll say, I'm going.
We're going to Margaritaville!
You can go to Margaritaville too. Visit MargaritavilleResorts.com.
The Pro XR Pickleball Paddle answers the age-old question of how to get paddle speed and control with the same paddle and one grip, and this is it. Pro XR gives you more spin, greater control, and quicker reloads on every shot in the game, because you always have that constant feel for that leverage and control and paddle speed that we're all looking for. Pro XR is the most revolutionary technology in pickleball.
Slightly favored backhand. But hand-eye coordination.
Hey, I'm Ben Johns, and I'm here to tell you why the pros prefer the Franklin X40 Pickleball. I really like the durability. It's pretty rare that I crack one of these. I really like the balance in the ball. I really love this ball because of the color. The visibility at any time during the day is always extremely easy to see. So I think it's not just for the players, it's also a great spectator ball.
Go again. Until you strike just right. Until the ball sings. Until the other guy blinks. Until the court's clear. And the sun sets. Until you see it in your sleep. And wake up swinging. Go again. Till you can't miss. Until you can't lose. Go again. And again.
I will dig deep.
I will crush this game.
Athletes know nutrition drives performance.
I will not slow down.
Superior Lab supplements help you power up and recover faster.
I will never surrender.
Superior Labs is a proud sponsor of USA Pickleball.
Hey, I'm Ben Johns, and I'm here to tell you why the pros prefer the Franklin X40 Pickleball. I really like the durability. It's pretty rare that I crack one of these. I really like the balance in the ball. I really love this ball because of the color. The visibility at any time during the day is always extremely easy to see. So I think it's not just for the players, it's also a great spectator ball.
Slightly favored backhand. With hand-eye coordination.
Ooh, wow, it's so smooth.
I love the little kick you get when you're going up any little hill.
Wow, that was so much fun. It was fun, it was fast, it was easy to change gears.
I would do this over a fat tire bike all day long.
Nice ride. This thing has some torque, has some juice.
It felt a little bit like what I imagine wearing a jetpack feel like.
I will dig deep.
I will crush this game.
Athletes know nutrition drives performance.
I will not slow down.
Superior Lab supplements help you power up and recover faster.
I will never surrender.
Superior Labs is a proud sponsor of USA Pickleball.
Stay, play, and dine in Margaritaville. Escape while enjoying Margaritaville's signature casual luxury, fun, and laid-back hospitality. Visit MargaritavilleResorts.com.
Go again until you strike just right, until the ball sings, until the other guy blinks, until the court's clear and the sun sets, until you see it in your sleep and wake up swinging. Go again. Till you can't miss, until you can't lose. Go again and again.
I'm Ben Johns, and I'm here to tell you why the pros prefer the Franklin X40 Pickleball. I really like the durability. It's pretty rare that I crack one of these. I really like the balance in the ball. I really love this ball because of the color. The visibility at any time during the day is always extremely easy to see, so I think it's not just for the players, it's also a great spectator ball.
Match point. It's all up to me. Nothing can get in my way. And when they ask, what are you gonna do next? I'll say, I'm going.
We're going to Margaritaville!
You can go to Margaritaville too. Visit MargaritavilleResorts.com.
One more match to go here at the Margaritaville USA Pickleball National Championships. presented by Pickleball Central. Dominic Catalano alongside me is John Sperling. John, we got a matchup we kind of been waiting for a little bit here.
Yes.
As you look on screen, Jennifer Dawson and Cammie Macgregor taking on Chris Anderson and Natalie Bagby. John, what are you looking for out of Team Dawson and Macgregor?
Well, I think it's important for them to establish their rhythm, right? We know how they're going to play this. We know that Jen's going to set it, or hit the ball hard, right? Cammie's going to get the setups. And Jen's going to put it away. On the other hand, you know, the interesting matchup between Chris and Natalie is I've never seen them play together. So
and it's funny you bring that up, John. I talked earlier with Chris and Natalie after their victory in the bottom half of the draw, and they're like, this is the first time we played together. And I'm like, this is awesome. You're going to be playing for a medal here, and now you're playing for a gold medal.
Well, the great thing about them, they're both amazing players, right? They both have such unique styles and unique skill sets that bring to this game. So we're in for a treat. That's all I know.
Yep. Bagby to serve, to Macgregor to start. Oh, and if it's going to happen like that all day, you know, off the tape right there, winner for Dawson. She's going to take it. Her and Macgregor share a laugh back there. And
yeah, well, I've been on the receiving end of that. I played her at Casa Grande, and she must have hit 20 against me in the same aspect.
I love that you bring that up, John, because I was on the call for that match too, and we were just sitting there going,
again?
You know, they can't get a break.
Again? Is she going to do it again? Yep, she does. I'm really interested to see the dynamics between Chris and Jen because they're both big power players, and you know, who's going to control this match? I think that's going to determine a lot of how this match goes. Is who's going to step up, Jen or Chris, in those aspects.
Just too good by Jennifer Dawson.
So
watch her step back.
And if you look at Chris cover the middle, which she's supposed to, right? But this is what I told you earlier. Jen has added that hook across the hips. Again, I fell prey to it many times. It's a really good addition to her shot. Great reset.
Let's go back to the rundown of the lob by Cammie Macgregor. I mean, she dropped that back in like it was like, here, let's just reset this like it's nothing.
Yeah, it's easy. Easy peasy. Great hands, all four.
And great talk from Cammie Macgregor to her partner, Jennifer Dawson, because Dawson was wound up and was going to hit that, and that ball dropped a foot out.
Yes.
What a spot there from Jen Dawson. And she stepped back like she was going to rip that, flips it in the middle, and it's a winner.
Yeah, she creates so many more ideas because you have to protect so many more different setups when she steps back. So I think that kind of gives her the freedom to do a lot of different shots. We have a little bit of confusion on the court. No one's sure where they're supposed to be.
You have one, yes.
And we're all straight.
There we go. It's been a long day.
And a little confusion between Anderson and Bagby, whether if they were switching or not.
I don't think it was a confusion. I think Natalie was baiting her. If you see, Chris, she gave the signal of go, so maybe she was just trying to hold it as long as she could. And it worked. Whatever the situation was, it worked in her favor. Great spot.
Yeah, that ball is tough. It's right at the shoulder, the left shoulder of the left-hander, Natalie Bagby. That's tough. She had to play that. A little confusion.
It's a good move. It's
confusion is almost like a deke.
Yeah, she was. You know, the ball was good. I think what was planned was a shake and bake, but I think Jen got it too early, and Chris wasn't able to make the move.
Cammie not happy with herself there. No. She's not going to miss that shot many times.
No.
What a cross-court backhand dink there from Natalie Bagby. She just catches Dawson.
Pinching hard center.
Wow. Dots that corner there.
Good drop. Oh, she wants that back.
Ball's not coming back off the
No.
Cammie Macgregor signature Selkirk S2 paddle there.
That's right. And Chris is known for her lob. She's got a great lob. I just never see it off the odd side.
Yeah.
You know, she's every time I've seen her on the court, she's been on the right side. It's an interesting matchup, her playing with a lefty. It takes an element out of the game. A little wide.
Sign up. 1-3-1.
Oh, that ball punished by Chris Anderson. As Jen Dawson was trying to hit that drop, she had a third and a fifth hard and tried to drop the seventh, but just a little too high to the forehand of Chris Anderson.
I think, like you said, the weather has changed. It's a little colder. The ball's a little harder. You may see a lot more drives out of these ladies than drops. Just the inability to control.
Oh, tough right there. Cammie knows that's not the spot.
Right. She, as soon as she hit it, she's like, oh, look at it.
As soon as it came off her paddle, she's like, that's Anderson's forehand, isn't it?
Yeah, the middle is closed. Definitely closed on Mondays. Maybe Tuesday, whatever today is. I'm not sure. Oh.
Nice little carve backhand there from Macgregor.
Sells it with the shoulder down. Watch the shoulder drop. Dink. Oh, no, we got to go through it. Yeah. It's a good sell.
3-1-2.
A ball off the tape from Anderson, the first one. Dawson gets that one back, but hard to control that because of the timing. And a 3-point lead here for Anderson and Bagby.
Oh, good pickup.
Tough break right there, and
it's a good point though. I mean, everyone's playing the role they're supposed to play. You know, you just
5-1-2.
Bagby and Anderson extend that lead to 4. That's
good spot.
Yeah, it's a good spot there from Dawson. Instead of going flipping middle right there, she pulls again, like you said, across the hip.
Yep.
To the outside part of the court.
I don't know if it's a planned play or just a reaction play, but if you don't realize it, Chris is loaded heavy forehand in that position. So if she goes anywhere near the middle, it's going to come back fast. So whether it's a read or not, that's a good ball. Nope.
Yeah, she's saving herself
That's
right there
right.
from getting a tattoo.
That's right. Olay.
Bagby upset she didn't get it over.
Yeah.
She's like, I got my paddle on it, might as well get it over.
Yes.
But that's a winner for Dawson 9.9 times out of 10.
Right. Yep. Again, stays out of the middle and goes back across the hips. If you notice, Chris is loaded. So if that ball goes anywhere near the middle, it's coming back. I was waiting for them to do this. I think we talked about it earlier, where Jen plays much stronger when she's on the left. It gives her the freedom.
A mishit there. And
For them to stack is very unusual.
yeah.
It's,
yeah.
just knowing them, it's
Yeah.
very unusual.
Mhm. Jess Long on the block. And Macgregor and Dawson starting a little run of their own here.
Point. 4-5-2.
Love the float serve. Love the float serve. Kind of change the pace up.
And they're sticking with the stack. Love to see it. Love to put a plan together. Can they take advantage of the two backhands in the middle? And they do.
Yeah, they go, outside to the forehand, thinking they were going to go middle, fool them, and now it's a 5-0 run here for Macgregor and Dawson after they were down 5-1. What's been the difference maker here, John?
Well, I think early on, I think Chris and Natalie were in control. They were getting the dynamics of, they were setting up and controlling the points. In the last this whole run, I think Cammie and Jen had put themselves in a position where they're going to be stronger when Jen is on the left. So great adjustment from them. Now it's caught Chris and Natalie in that reverse stack a couple times. They haven't been able to get back into position, one because maybe the serve was too good or something that's caused them to get stuck on the opposite side. And when that happens, you're gonna have that confusion. So
yeah. So now coming out of this timeout, Macgregor and Dawson want to jump back in here quick and just keep this pressure on. We'll see if they can do that here. Anderson and Bagby will be switching. We're privy to seeing the signs they're giving.
Nice.
What a read by Dawson. Dawson knew Anderson was lobbing that before she lobbed it.
Correct.
Jen was in the transition area waiting for that ball to go up and set up beautifully.
Great point by everybody.
That's good pressure, dink.
It's a great dink right there, especially because they're out of position and maybe they feel a little bit more comfortable. Sometimes Chris staying on that right side.
5-7-1.
That's just an onslaught from Cammie Macgregor.
Constant pressure.
Just coming at you right here, straight on her and Bagby.
5-7-2.
That ball's gonna just, hit the tape 3 times before it trickles over.
So I'm not counting, but that's her fourth one.
7-5-1. Point.
Good serve. You could hear Chris say stay because of the pressure of that serve. When you're in a stack formation and that serve comes big, it's hard to get over to the other side. Great point. Great point. Way to fight it off, Chris and Natalie.
Because that's the thing is, yes, it's their backhands in the middle, but Chris Anderson sitting on that two-hander, she absolutely loves it. Good pull from Cammie Macgregor right there. And why is that such a good pull, John?
Well, you look where they're lined up, right? So she goes high into the right shoulder. And so it's so hard to defend because typically when you're in that position, you're ready to counter that shot. But because it's so high, all you can do is push it down. Then all of a sudden you get the pop. Oh. Natalie, great hands.
Watch this just drop this right over on the tape to add insult to injury.
As she said, meant to. Great ball. It's a good return.
Quick side out here from Macgregor and Dawson.
Two good returns, yeah.
Bagby and Anderson get nothing there. But like you said, John, two good returns. Yeah, just missed it. We'll watch this here as Macgregor gets a sitter, but tries to be too cute with it, goes wide. You can see on that Selkirk TV replay.
9-5-2.
Oh,
Anderson just trying to do a little too much with that ball, and it'll be a game point on the paddle of Cammie Macgregor here as she serves.
Timeout is called on my left. Score is 10-5-2. You have 1 minute.
So a timeout here from Anderson and Bagby.
Chris Anderson.
I mean, John, this is a 9-0 run by Dawson and Macgregor here to get back in this, take a lead, and have a chance to take this game. What made the difference for them?
Well, I honestly, I don't think Chris and Natalie are playing bad pickleball. I just think Jen and Cammie stepped it up. I think I'd like to see a little bit more aggressiveness out of Chris. You know, she has the shots. She has the ability to pull the trigger a little bit earlier. Whether her, because they're uncomfortable or unfamiliar with each other, maybe she's not so quick to pull the trigger and get into a fight. But, you know, down 9-0, you've got to change up the rhythm a little bit, and you can't keep letting Cammie and Jen dictate points.
And here's game point for Macgregor and Dawson.
That's it. Good counter.
Good timeout. Good hold. See if they can chip away at this lead.
5-10-1.
Natalie, great.
That's
great
a
block.
great attack by Dawson with a better block, right?
Yeah. Well, I think Natalie is closing the center and let Chris stay on the outside because Jen very rarely will go down the line with that ball.
Oh, Anderson sitting on that. And Macgregor did that earlier, now it's Dawson.
Yep. Great read by Chris to step over. Forehand loaded.
And again, earlier in the day, an hour and a half ago, that ball's in. It's gotten cooler, ball's gotten harder, plays faster.
Yeah.
That ball's out.
Yeah, it's tough. It's her shot. She's going to hit it. You know, she just wants to bring her margins down a little bit. I think you're going to see one more point here, maybe. There.
Oh, I mean, talk about making an adjustment. not within minutes.
Right.
Within seconds.
Shot to shot.
Right. I mean, she made an adjustment on the fly there. Beautifully done by Jennifer Dawson.
8-10-2. Side out.
That's a big side out. It's a big side out to just stop momentum of Natalie and Chris.
10-8-1. Second server. 10-8-2.
Oh,
I'd like to see Jen drive that ball.
Yes, me
She's
too.
on her heels right there.
Yep.
I'd rather see her drive that.
I agree.
8-10-1.
Just because I'd like to see her drive it, get a ball in the transition area, and then maybe attack that, or drop that as you come in.
Well, you got to play to your strengths. You know, she's good at it. It's her shot. Utilize it.
8-10-2.
A little miscommunication in the middle. And, and Jen thought Cammie was engaged in that point, so let her stick with it, and she kind of gave it up to Jen.
I think it got too far away. I think it's, it was one of those situations like, oh, please come get it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, look at that little inside out from Cammie Macgregor down the line. She's got Chris Anderson leaning middle here. No chance to get that paddle around. Anderson can only look up to the pickleball gods and go, why me right there?
That's right. It's a great ball because it's a misdirect, so you think she's going to go cross court. She just opens up that paddle at the last second, changes the direction, and catches you flat-footed.
Nice drive right there, and that'll do it for game number one. Macgregor and Dawson come all the way back after being down 5-1 to take game one 11-9 here in this women's senior doubles gold medal match. We'll take a quick break here from the Margaritaville USA Pickleball National Championships, brought to you by Pickleball Central. Don't go anywhere. Game two coming up next.
Hey, I'm Ben Johns, and I'm here to tell you why the pros prefer the Franklin X40 Pickleball. I really like the durability. It's pretty rare that I crack one of these. I really like the balance in the ball. I really love this ball because of the color. The visibility at any time during the day is always extremely easy to see. So I think it's not just for the players, it's also a great spectator ball.
The Pro XR Pickleball Paddle answers the age-old question of how to get paddle speed and control with the same paddle and one grip, and this is it. Pro XR gives you more spin, greater control, and quicker reloads on every shot in the game, because you always have that constant feel for that leverage and control and paddle speed that we're all looking for. Pro XR is the most revolutionary technology in pickleball.
All right, back here on championship court here at the Margaritaville USA Pickleball National Championships. Cammie Macgregor and Jen Dawson taking game one 11-9 over Chris Anderson and Natalie Bagby. Macgregor and Dawson were down 5-1. Ended up coming all the way back and taking that first game.
Yeah, it was a great comeback. You know, it's when you get down 5-0, it's hard to sometimes regroup. And I think they didn't press, they didn't do anything out of the ordinary. They just stayed the course and got some things to fall.
That is just, I mean, that's like standing in front of a firing squad right there with Cammie Macgregor and Jen Dawson coming at you.
And that's kind of the setup we thought we were going to see early, where Cammie sets it up, Jen closes it and takes the control. The other team, Bagby and Anderson, have done a good job of counteracting a lot of those attacks.
Sign up.
It's a good lead right there by Bagby.
0-2-1.
Oh.
The easy one of all of them that Macgregor misses right there. Free point there off the paddle of Jen Dawson.
2-2-1.
All tied here at 2 early in game number 2 of this second gold medal match.
Good close by Bagby. That's the kind of their counteract, right? You got Chris Anderson bringing the power, and then Bagby closing and putting the ball away. We just haven't seen enough of it, but we know that's kind of going to have to. Are we saying it again?
Why do you apologize? Nobody means it. Nobody.
And she definitely, that's her. That is definitely her game.
3-2-2.
Her game's off the net like that.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive.
Awful.
It's because here's the reason. She hits so aggressive. Her margins have to be low. So with that being done, she's going to get a lot more net cords than most.
And when they, because of her topspin too, right? The momentum, that ball's going to just trickle over like that.
Correct.
3-1.
Wow, Bagby with the around the post here set up for it, but what was even more impressive was Dawson sitting on the sideline going, I got it covered.
Nice. Look at Anderson coming alive.
Yeah. Watch this Selkirk TV replay here. Looks like Macgregor's in charge, but Anderson was having none of that.
Yeah. When it got to the third ball, Chris got herself back into control of that point. She stepped out on that backhand.
Like the little flip down the middle there from Chris Anderson. What's she trying to do there, John? It's not trying to hit a winner, is she?
No, she's doing exactly what she's getting out of it. She's getting a two-shot combination out of Jen or Cammie to get that ball popped up, and you notice her finish is coming back across with another forehand. So that's it. That's one of her patented moves where she gets that second setup.
Did you see 2 shots ago? Bagby comes over to take that. Anderson was right behind her. I mean, cocked and loaded.
Yes.
And Bagby is lucky to still be alive after that right there.
We thought she was going to have an Onyx Premier tattoo.
Yes. But it works out in their favor either way. Bagby forces the mistake from Macgregor, and it's a 5-2 lead here. Very similar to game 1. Now, John, what do they need to do to keep the pressure on here?
Well, this is what we were talking about. They weren't doing this early on in the other match or the other game, and so they're actually controlling the tempo. Like I said, I wanted to see Chris get a little bit more involved in this game. When she starts to step up and get more aggressive, it allows Bagby to then be more aggressive across the net. So this is kind of what they needed to do early. In the first game, they were winning points just by simply winning points, but this is now them controlling points, and that's the difference. I think biggest thing for them is Jen is going to have to slow down her attacks, and Cammie may have to go more aggressive.
All right, let's see if they were listening to you here, John.
Yeah.
Great work from Bagby throughout that point, but just unfortunate it comes up a little short there on that last drop.
5-2-2.
Obviously want to thank our lead referee here, Bill Plesha out of Goodyear, Arizona, and our support referee, Barbara Dewick out of Vancouver, Canada, eh?
Man, we're getting a lot of international refs, thank gosh.
I love it.
That's fantastic.
We love what they do, the volunteer referees. They do an amazing job, and we couldn't do this without them, so their job is a thankless job, but we do thank them immensely for everything that they do.
Yeah, it's these events cannot happen without the volunteer staff and the refs.
Yep. Just not enough, and Dawson comes back kind of with a smirk on her face going, I don't understand why I did that. A quick side out for Anderson and Bagby.
That's good. That's good.
Nobody home right there.
The idea was right. The execution just attacked the wrong player, right? She went back across her hips and left herself exposed.
Yeah, because that right there, that's an all or nothing. That's either I'm going to body her up with the ball, or she's going to hit a winner past me. It's almost like Macgregor thought twice about what she was about to do, and she's taking a bite out of that.
Yeah, it looked exactly what I was going to say. She hesitated because she wasn't sure that the ball floated a little bit more. Actually, I think I'd like to see Jen come over and step over and take a few of those backhands out of the middle for Cammie, just to alleviate a little bit of that pressure. It's a great backhand to a great spot. Puts Chris in a lot of trouble.
2-6-1.
Oh, what a little backhand flick from Cammie Macgregor.
How you do right there.
I didn't watch this. We could film this and shoot a lesson on how to do that right there. Goes right at the Anderson left shoulder.
I always tell people I call that the bobblehead shot, because you make them bounce their head up and down. You don't mean to hit them.
Again, miscommunication in the middle there from Macgregor and Dawson.
Yeah.
If I'm Bagby and Anderson, I gotta recognize that.
100% they need to see that and execute more shots on it.
All right, they get off of 3 there and within 2.
Oh, good leave.
Side out.
I think Bagby and Anderson have to really start to dial it in here and play smart pickleball to keep the lead. You can't let a team like Macgregor and Dawson get a little bit of confidence back.
Wow, what a spot there from Chris Anderson down the middle. Just a little 25% flick down the middle.
Have we not read a pattern yet? That's kind of push Jen wide, get the ball back, squeeze through the middle, and look to close. If I'm Jen, I'm going to reset that ball rather than try to go back cross court. Oh, it's a good ball.
There's that two-hander cross court that we've been talking about all day long.
That is a very effective shot.
7-4-2.
Tried to double up in that same spot, but that ball's a little close to the net.
Yeah, a little shallow.
Yeah, it's really close to the net to be able to do that.
But great defense by Bagby on the first one. She was all over it.
Great return from Jen Dawson. Pins back in the corner.
Points over. Yeah, points did. I did. Side out.
Can't do anything.
She's trying to call it out now?
Yeah, she tried to call it out after the point. She saw it out, but she didn't call it. And then to add insult to injury, Chris asked the ref if it was out, and he goes, yeah, I saw it out too, but can't change it now because they didn't ask, and they didn't stop play. Oh, just wide on the inside out from Macgregor.
Second server. Four, 8-2.
Are we counting? Are we counting?
You said it though, John. That it's just she does it a lot, but it's the action in the swing, right? It's the top spin that when it does hit that tape, it'll tend to just roll over.
And to her credit, she lives and dies by that shot. It's when she wins big matches, it has a lot to do with it. When she loses, I'm sure it has a lot to do with it.
Love it right here. Love it. They don't let it get any closer. 2-point lead. Call that timeout on second server. Great timeout. But what do they need to do here to get this side out and get back and get back in control?
Well, you know, again, you got to get Macgregor and Dawson off of their typical shots. You have to make sure that you're not letting them set up. You can't let them just step out and hit the ball. You either got to dink short or push that dink to really make sure that they're not set up hitting. With that being said, though, it's tough because now you're going to have to, your margins have to come down, right? You have to bring the net back into play in order to get aggressive. And so, you know, pick your poison. How do you want to win this, right? Do you just put it in play and hope for an error, or do you push the issue and try to get the point back?
Right.
I think Bagby and Anderson have the skill set to be aggressive. I think Chris has shown that push through the middle is a great ball. She's gotten away from it late in this game.
That's just great pressure from Anderson and Bagby, keeping Macgregor back, and they chose to go to Macgregor. They wanted to stay away from the drive.
Right.
They stayed with Macgregor and didn't go to Dawson.
Well, I don't think Cammie's going to hurt you back there. She's just going to stay alive.
Mm-hmm. That's tough.
That's great. But it's great offense from Anderson and Bagby to keep the pressure going on, right? You force Macgregor and Dawson to try something. I mean, they're 0 for 2 in lobs. Let's, you know, it may be something I'm going to take out of the playbook, at least for now.
Macgregor trying to do too much with a ball that's really low off her shoe tops, and it's a game point here for Anderson and Bagby now in game 2.
It's a great drop, though. It sets up so many more things for her if she can get that ball down.
That's that vacated area again.
That's right.
Bagby's, if she's going to attack that, like you said, John, doesn't she have to go? Where's she got to go?
She's got to go straight. She's got to go towards Cammie with that ball, because anything back across her body, Jen has. If it's not a put away, Jen has an easy shot.
Good adjustment off the tape for Bagby, and game number 2 goes to Chris Anderson and Natalie Bagby. 11-6. We'll go to a third game here on championship court at the Margaritaville USA Pickleball National Championships. Dominic Catalano and John Sperling. We'll be right back with that third game for you.
Stay, play, and dine in Margaritaville. Escape while enjoying Margaritaville's signature casual luxury, fun, and laid-back hospitality. Visit MargaritavilleResorts.com.
Slightly favored backhand. Hand-eye coordination.
Go again. Until you strike just right. Until the ball sings. Until the other guy blinks. Until the court's clear. And the sun sets. Until you see it in your sleep. And wake up swinging. Go again. Until you can't miss. Until you can't lose. Go again. And again.
Dominic Catalano alongside John Sperling. John, great matchup so far here. We're going to game 3. It can't be any better than this, right?
No way. This is a treat for anyone who's watching pickleball at home. Great playing, two amazing teams. It's going to get I don't think it's going to be a short night. I'm, you know, as much as the cold is set in and I'm a little bit chilly, I'm watching this amazing pickleball.
Wow.
Great defense.
Yeah, Dawson not expecting that to come back, is she?
No, and to her credit, it usually doesn't. So Bagby, great defense. One more ball back in play. I feel it's a little momentum shift. You know, I think the confidence that Bagby and Anderson have is kind of letting them push their way through the second game and now taking a little bit of control in the third.
And look at Bagby. Bagby's so active right now, right? When Anderson's hitting the third shot, whether it's a drive or a drop, Bagby's crashing.
She's
She's
gone.
trying to shake and bake this.
Yes.
And take over.
And being effective.
Let her go. There she goes again. She's trying to make her presence felt there.
Wow.
How many let cords during that whole point?
Some great play were going on, both sides.
2-0-1.
Oh, jeez.
I'm not counting.
That ball, watch how close this ball, after it hits the table, how close it is to the net.
Oh, gosh.
Within 2-3 inches of hitting that bar on the bottom.
If your name isn't Thunder Lopez, you are not getting that ball.
So, clinic on overhead.
Yeah,
for teaching
absolutely.
overheads. Where do we not want to go with an overhead? You don't want to go to the baseline. Why? Because it's coming back.
Correct.
Got to hit that angle.
Yeah, she went straight ahead, but I think she knew she was in control of that situation. There you go.
A little confusion in the middle. Did you see that little chip dink, though, from Dawson?
So that's
when
what
it came over, it just
Well, that's what
takes a left.
I was talking about that earlier. If she does that rather than goes back cross court, it takes Chris's ability to go to the middle out. So it's a great counter to a plan that's been put into place by Anderson, and usually that's the one right there.
These gets.
Great,
Oh.
great. Bagby with a great acceleration to push Macgregor off the line, all the way back.
1-2-2. Side out.
Good patience.
2-1-1.
You know, and I haven't watched Bagby play too much in over the year, but she has. I've watched her a little bit recently. She has really grown into a great pickleball player. She's obviously a high-level tennis player, but her skill set is transforming into the pickleball world nicely. She's a lot more comfortable up there. She's willing to stay in the dink, which is, you know, usually the knock on a tennis player that they're going to bail out too fast and they're going to speed up too early. But she is playing extremely well. Oh, I like it though. I like the speed up.
The Macgregor paddle toss straight up in the air. And a 4-1 lead here for Anderson and Bagby. In game number 3, Anderson and Bagby need to take this 2 out of 3 to force the game to 15. If Macgregor and Dawson win, it's over.
Oh.
Timing just thrown off a little bit there. That is not an easy ball.
No. I mean, you're set for the big ball, and then all of a sudden it hits the net, and you're like, oh, trying to regain your composure.
Yeah, you got to change your whole mindset.
1-4-1.
And that right there, that can't happen. On a serve that's an easy return.
Right.
Can't have free points given up against a team like Macgregor and Dawson.
Right. I mean, you have a team like that down, you've got to capitalize, right?
Okay, it's a good pull.
Watch the push through the middle. Watch the push. Oh. Oh, I like it, though.
Yeah,
I like it.
yeah.
You can see the setup, though, right? That's
so
the setup.
It was to the middle. It was just a lob to the middle.
Yep. And I'm okay with that. But it's, you know. I'm wondering if the strategy behind Jen and Cammie is to figure out if, you know, deep in a match like this, will the dink of Natalie Bagby break down, right? You know, at some point you've got to figure out, you know, can I go after Chris's backhand, or do I have to pull and keep the game alive to Bagby and see what she's got?
So far, it's not breaking down.
It's not.
So
She's absolutely not.
No, she's carving through that backhand dink beautifully.
What she's doing is she's actually forcing them to have to change in certain situations, right? Because she's being so consistent.
Bagby just confirming with the referee that was out. He confirms it was out.
It's that cold weather ball, I would say.
Unforced error. And, I mean, John, this players will switch ends here. 6-4 for Macgregor and Dawson up here. Now, I mean, I don't want to go back to one particular, but up 4-1.
I know what you're going to say.
And a return a serve miss, right?
Yep.
Now, from there, it's a 5-0 run by Macgregor and Dawson. I hate pointing out one point, but it all stems from something to where it continues, right?
I absolutely agree. And that's the hard part with pickleball, right? We talk about streaks. We talk about momentum. If you lose it, it's very difficult to regain. And so maybe this break is going to be that break that helps get Anderson and Bagby back into a control position. But if you lose it, and it is hard to regain, one, your composure, and two, momentum. So how they come out of this timeout is very important to see where the end of this match goes.
Right. And then you think that, you know, Macgregor and Dawson have a lead now. They have the game to 15 in their back pocket. They could play a little more loose.
Correct.
Anderson and Bagby, it's a must-win in this game.
Correct.
And now, oh, just like you said, John, is the Bagby dink going to break down here after a long day?
Well, I think, and I don't even know if it's a breakdown, right? But I think it's just about let's apply pressure to the situation where maybe we're not going to get hurt. You know, Chris will pull the trigger off of that shot way more than maybe Natalie will. So,
right.
So it's not so much as breakdown, but it is a situation where, hey, the lesser of two evils, and yeah, maybe we get a couple free points out of it once in a while. But you know what's not going to happen? I'm not going to get speed up out of that ball, right?
4-7-1.
Big side out there for Bagby and Anderson, down by 3. Macgregor and Dawson stacking out of the. Are you kidding me? Like,
do I have to keep count? Because I'm at 8. I'm at 8 right now.
Unbelievable. I mean, and John, I hate to point it out, but you were on the other side of that.
Yes, I was.
About 3 days ago.
Yeah, it's not fun. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's not fun.
You and Cammie were on the other side of that.
Yeah, it's not fun. And the reality of it is it happens, right? It happens a lot. And like anything else, we won a match against her because they got we got a couple breaks. They hit the net and went back down. But you know, she is going to get some. She's going to get some let court winners. It just happens. Great defense.
Oh. I love Anderson getting out of the way of that because, I mean, the only thing Dawson had right there was a bodying her up.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they got caught out of position. I think they want to get back into John on the left is going to be the best issue. Yeah, I think they're in a bad scenario there. I think they need to get maybe a timeout. There we go. Look at Cammie's giving a signal to go. Huge for this.
7-2.
Almost.
Just missed. You see Bagby posing?
She wanted it.
Watch the pose here. Watch the pose.
Because you know it feels good, right? It's a good ball. Close. Look at. Yeah, just.
She's trying to keep it in.
Yes. A little body language.
Yeah. And 2, as the weather gets cooler, the lines get skippier.
He is slick.
And so ball sliding right off there for Macgregor as they try and take a lead back.
I think everyone's going to be careful with the lob coming off of Anderson's paddle.
Not clear enough to overrule from here.
Just long. Macgregor thought it might have caught the back of the line, but referee could not overrule it, so it is out and side out, 7-7 still. Great ball by Chris Anderson down the line. And Dawson let it go because she thought it was going to sail wide. It doesn't.
8-7-1.
It's a good ball.
Point. Timeout is called on my left.
Yeah, and another miscommunication in the middle. I think Dawson was going to, or Macgregor was thinking Dawson was going to protect her coming up, and she doesn't.
Right.
And when you talk about that, John, when I mentioned like protect her coming up, what do I mean by that?
So when in a switch formation, when you go to hit that ball, your partner, because you have so much coverage or real estate, you have to cover to go back to your position. You need help from your partner to cut off those balls through the middle. So when your partner switches out of from one side to the other, they're actually not going too far because they have to protect that middle ball, right? And anything with some pace in that, it's going to get you in trouble if you slide too far. And that's, it happens, right? In the mixed format, we almost stand right in the center of the court. In men's and women's, you slide a little bit more over. But truly, she would treat it more like a mixed formation and stand almost in the tee to cover that ball.
Yep. All right, so timeout over. Anderson Bagby with a 2-point lead here. 2 points away from forcing the game to 15. And keeping these two Floridian boys out here in the cold.
I'm telling you.
I'll take it, though. Some great pickleball these ladies are playing right now. And great put away there for Macgregor out of the timeout. They need one more side out here.
Yeah, it's great execution right there. You push her off the court, get that ball to pop up, and then expose Bagby on the outside.
Miss hit from Macgregor, and it is a match point here for Chris Anderson and Natalie Bagby.
10-7-2.
Oh,
wow, Jen Dawson.
No fear. No fear.
At that point in the match, match point?
I don't know if I have enough guts to hit that ball. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Jennifer Dawson does though, and she's a winner.
Yeah, that was money.
What a drop from Cammie Macgregor, because Bagby, all she could do was hit that little drop shot there. Just nothing.
Yes.
Ladies, I apologize. You have 2 timeouts.
One timeout left.
All right. You still have 1 timeout.
All right, so.
All right, ladies. We have 8-10-1.
Bill out of Arizona. So good. Great defense, though. Wow.
Yeah, a couple of those gets from Bagby and Anderson, most players are not getting those back, but they do to stay in that point. But all of a sudden, Macgregor and Dawson within one of tying this up on first server.
9-10-1.
No, what a point. What
Unbelievable from all 4 of these ladies.
Yes. There we got a timeout at 10-10.
Timeout is called on my right. score is 10-10-1.
What a swing, back and forth, back and forth. Great action from both teams.
Scoreboard, it's obviously pretty exciting.
Yeah, I mean, John, throughout that last point, I mean, we had a little bit of everything: an overhead defense, an attempted lob, a couple resets.
I'm coming out of my chair. I don't know. Thank God everyone can't see us on TV. I am literally jumping up and down, grabbing down, throwing my body. It's exciting because it's such high-level pickleball.
At Indian Wells Tennis Garden.
Yeah, so coming out of this timeout, we're all tied at 10, right? And so on the flip side, what do you see out of, Bagby and Anderson that they need to do here to kind of slow this down?
Well, it really is just playing what got them here to begin with. They were playing so well all the way through this game. I think don't change much. Just maybe get a little crisper with your volleys, get a little crisper with your dinks. Things like that change the way it's gone. I don't think tactically you don't need to make huge changes, right? You just execution. You have to make sure you're putting the ball where you're supposed to put it, and what you're really is doing is taking the offense away from Dawson and Macgregor. If you don't always have to be offensive, but you can't let them be the offensive threat, and that's what's kind of happened here.
10-10-1.
All right, 10-10 on the one still for Macgregor and Dawson.
What?
I mean, Jen Dawson just filling the middle right there, and ending this with a forehand. Watch her step over the center line here.
Jen Dawson
Take that right there.
Jen Dawson says, I'll just hit one, but it's going to be pretty.
And it is gold medal national championship point here for Jen Dawson and Cammie Macgregor.
Great dink by Bagby.
All right, they have another opportunity here.
11-10-2.
You hear me gasp.
Yeah, I know. I heard you.
I'm like, what? Yeah, it's I thought it was going to come back way hard.
10-11-1.
Cammie's just ability to move that dink around and keep you off balance. That is a huge, huge advantage to the Dawson and Macgregor team. Oh.
So close right there.
Chris is like, are you kidding me? Jen has got 50 this match. I can't get one.
It is
back over.
Championship point here.
11-10-1.
Number 3. Hands from Bagby.
Unbelievable.
Wow, rare miss on that backhand side from Dawson.
There.
11-10-2.
Oh,
they
good.
fight off two more match points.
Wow, wow, wow. As the sign says over there, wow.
Macgregor tried to flip middle with the one-handed backhand. It wasn't there. Bagby all over it.
Sitting on that forehand.
10-11-1.
Oh.
Yeah, so you had the swing and miss from Anderson, but Bagby all over it.
Well, you know, it was a miss hit off of Jen's paddle. That's what, if she hit it clean, she would have got punished for it. So she's better off that she missed it.
Got it on the line right there.
Sign up.
It was close. Let's look at it on the replay. Go. Move.
God, if it got anything, you got the outside part of that line. And championship point number 5.
Great defense. I knew it was coming.
Oh, it splits the middle.
What,
and 12,
what a match.
12-10 championship for Cammie Macgregor and Jen Dawson over Chris Anderson and Natalie Bagby. Wow. Congratulations to Cammie Macgregor and Jennifer Dawson. We're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, I will be on court with Cammie and Jen to hear how their thoughts are on that championship match. Don't go anywhere.
I will dig deep.
I will crush this game.
Athletes know nutrition drives performance.
I will not slow down.
Superior Lab supplements help you power up and recover faster.
I will never surrender.
Superior Labs is a proud sponsor of USA Pickleball.
Hey, I'm Ben Johns, and I'm here to tell you why the pros prefer the Franklin X40 Pickleball. I really like the durability. It's pretty rare that I crack one of these. I really like the balance in the ball. I really love this ball because of the color. The visibility at any time during the day is always extremely easy to see. So I think it's not just for the players, it's also a great spectator ball.
All right, I am back here on championship court at the Margaritaville USA Pickleball National Championships. I am with gold medalist Cammie Macgregor, Jennifer Dawson. I was just telling you guys off camera, I'm like, do you guys like digging holes? I mean, you go down 5-1 in the first game, you come back and win 11-9, and then you fight off a match point in the third game. You were down 10-7, you come all the way back and win 12-10. What's the deal with that? You just want to make it interesting for all of us, Cammie?
I think so. I mean, we want to get the viewers, money worth, and why not do it, this way? As long as we come out on the top end, not the bottom end, right?
Exactly.
But yeah, it was just a hard-fought battle. It could have gone. I mean, either way. That last game right there, we were down, I think, 10-6, and you just got to grind it out.
And you guys did. And Jen, a testament to, your partner and you, what you guys did today. You battled all the way through. You go undefeated. You win the gold medal. But it's just a testament to what you guys did all day. You stuck with your game plan, which was, Cammie set up a lot. She took a lot of those balls in the middle to kind of set you up right there. She did a lot of work for you to put for you. She does, but she puts a lot of those balls, sets up for you. But how awesome is that to have a partner like that?
God, it's amazing. Are you kidding? She does all the work, and then I get to put it away. What's better than that?
Well, that is absolutely awesome. Congratulations to both you ladies. Both you guys coming back. Are you playing singles tomorrow, Jen? You are? And Cam, you playing singles tomorrow? All right. Hey, heck. Right back at it. So I don't want to keep you guys too late. I know you guys want to eat, but congratulations. Gold medalists, Cammie Macgregor, Jennifer Dawson, here at the Margaritaville USA Pickleball National Championships. We're signing off for today. Join us back here at 10 o'clock local time, 1 o'clock on the East Coast. We'll be back at it again. Women's senior singles, men's senior pro doubles. Don't